Hello, everybody. Hello. Hopefully you guys can hear us okay. For whatever reason, my headphones aren't working, so I can't hear anything. I can sort of hear things, but I sort of can't. This is not good. So we're going to do our best without our headphones. Welcome, Lee of $7 a pop. Welcome.
What's up, guys?
Thank you for being here. Here, I'll turn your camera just a little bit. There you go. Now you're in the center. Look at that. Look, and you see Heather, too. Oh, my God.
Lucky them.
Oh, my God. You can see everybody now.
Here.
That's right. So, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Lee, I have a ton of questions for you tonight. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Do you think your pants are ready for all these questions? I might blow your pants right off your whole body.
Wait, does the rap battle start now or later?
The rap battle starts right now. No, it doesn't. I'm just joking. Well, we can hear you. Oh, that's awesome. You guys can hear us. Thank God. Lee, first, why don't you just tell people who you are? Let people know who you are.
Okay. My name's Lee Byers. I started $7apop.com with my wife about 2 years ago. We're located, our warehouse is located in Catonsville, Maryland, but we are an online store only. We also created Pop Shield Pop Protectors, which a lot of you, I'm sure, are familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm very familiar with them.
And we're doing pretty good. We're having a good go at it. Right now we have 6 employees.
Wow.
We ship out a lot of packages a day. We sell about 600 to 800 pops a week.
Wow.
And
600 to 800 pops a week?
Correct, and that keeps growing.
Oh my God.
So
that's a lot of pops.
It's a lot of pops. Our UPS guy does not like us very much.
Well, so I have a list of questions here, as I mentioned before. What even got you started into this whole pop Funko fiasco? I'm talking not even just the business, but Funko Pop in general.
Well, that is an interesting story, and I knew you were going to ask this question, so I brought a prop.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the pop that started it all. Okay? This guy right here.
Gandalf!
Ooh.
From Lord of the Rings.
With the hat.
Oh, from Hobbit. Yeah, okay.
So the way this started out was my wife actually, she works at Stevenson University.
Okay.
She has a little display of toys on her desk. One time I saw this guy, I think it was at Walmart or Target, bought it for her just, on a whim, thought it was cool looking. Never thought about it twice. So she took it into work, put it on her desk. About a year later, actually it was probably about 2 years later, she comes home and she says, "You're never going to believe this, but this thing's worth $120.
Whoa.
Wow.
We're in the money.
Right. So, my first instinct was like, no, it's not worth $120. We bought this at Walmart for $10. It's not possible. This is me knowing nothing about Funko Pop.
Right.
So I go on eBay. I'm like, just because someone's asking $120 doesn't mean that. So I look at completed sales. Sure enough, $120. So
wow.
The gears started spinning for me at that time. I had already been running a baseball card business on eBay.
Okay.
So I was already familiar with collectibles. I love collectibles. I've always collected stuff throughout my life. and I decided to see if we could use my model of selling baseball cards to do the same for Pops.
Okay.
So the first thing we did, we went to the mall and we bought everything. We went to Hot Topic, we went to Box Lunch.
We gotta have it all.
We bought all of it. This went on for about 2 weeks. I saw a Star Wars collection on Craigslist. It was like 250 Pops for $500. So that seemed like a no-brainer.
Wow.
So we went ahead and bought that. And then just started, coming up with a plan, built a website. We started marketing a little bit on Facebook, and it just sort of snowballed from there. And
That's awesome.
It's been insane the past couple of years.
So you started by buying her a pop that sat on her desk, but
Yes.
the real motivation to go out and buy more was really the anticipation to start a business. Was it more or less a collection building at the start, or was it I'm going to start a business because I do the card collecting?
It was both. Okay, so we wanted to get her all of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit pop. Well, I was Hobbit at the time, so all
Sure.
the Hobbit pops. We were into Game of Thrones, so we started getting Game of Thrones pops. I started buying pops for myself because I thought they were cool.
Sure.
I mean, I didn't know this stuff existed, so we're building a collection and building a business at the same time. So
Sure.
it was kind
Wow.
of both.
Okay, at the same. So when you started collecting pops, what did you want to collect?
I liked characters from my childhood, the 80s and 90s. All
Okay.
the stuff that I watched.
Okay.
And I have a whole plethora of stuff that I brought. I have like a whole.
I see a Beavis and
bag of
Butthead. Is that a
rock here.
Beavis and
It's a
Butthead?
Beavis and Butthead.
Oh my God,
Ooh.
So these were a must-have.
dude, those are amazing.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And the boxes are cool too. I never noticed that. Like the background on the sides, it's like their house.
Oh yeah, Funko killed
That's
it
cool.
on these two. They absolutely killed it.
Those are awesome.
Love those guys.
Where'd you find them? Did you get them early on?
I got them early on off of eBay, actually.
Oh, okay. So you probably paid a little over retail.
Yeah, I got
That's so funny. I
got
like
gouged on them,
they-
but I had to have them.
they couldn't
That's
put
awesome.
AC/DC or Metallica, so it says
Right.
Skull and
Right.
and this one says Death Rock.
So I'm a huge Rocky fan.
Okay.
So we had to do the Rocky set.
Oh, dude, that Apollo Creed is beast mode.
Those
That
were-
is
those were
awesome.
fun. And it's all it's all not high end stuff. As a kid, Daredevil was my favorite comic, so we had to get both of the original
That's
Daredevils.
cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Book.
Oh, I like them too. Yeah. I think I actually have the yellow one. I don't know if I have the red one.
I don't think you have the red.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was a big Hanna-Barbera guy as a kid. I don't know if anybody remembers the USA Cartoon Express.
Yes.
When I came home from school, I would come home and watch all the cartoon.
Captain
Hanna-Barbera. So
Caveman.
this is Captain Caveman. He's awesome.
You remember Captain Caveman and Son?
Right. So I brought a ton of stuff. We've got Black Knight with a flesh wound.
Oh yeah,
He's got his arms torn off.
that's awesome. And the arms,
From Monty Python.
the arms are
Right.
actually like
Right.
yeah, they're completely off. Oh, that's
He's
so
got
cool.
blood
Look,
spurting out of him.
Oh, wow.
that's so funny.
This is one of my
I've never seen him.
Braveheart is one of my
Oh yeah,
The
Braveheart.
Bloody Braveheart. Love this guy.
William
That's
Wallace.
cool.
And he's bloody too. That's a cool one.
I could do this for hours.
I know you could. Look at the.
I can sit here for hours.
So here,
Oh, dude.
the Mana and Snow.
Yeah.
And
Dude!
they're metallic. This is my favorite.
Dude, that is so cool. From 2012.
oh, wow. That's a 480.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy
So,
crap.
A lot of this stuff has come in collections that we've bought. That's a big part of our business model. So, I find something that I want to keep, and I just sort of.
Just take
Dude,
it.
these are sick.
Right.
This is from the movie that they made, right? Because I remember late in the
No,
game.
Well, yes and no. That was originally one of the sketches from the Muppet Show.
Right, but did this come out around the time of the film? Because I remember the film
I
released
think-
by
yeah,
Disney.
I think it did. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What, dude, I don't think I've ever seen this before.
I don't think I have.
I don't know
either.
I don't know a whole lot about
Yeah,
the Muppets
that's-
collection.
That's a tough one.
That is a super cool collection. Super cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I love the metallic. I love their colors.
Yeah, the colors are awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
So should we keep going with eye candy or should we?
No, just keep moving.
Whatever.
So, love this
Yes.
2-pack.
Yeah, those are awesome. Cool.
From Gemini Toys. These guys glow in the dark. I mean, Heath Ledger absolutely knocked this out of the park, and I just love this 2-pack.
Completely agree. That's a cool 2-pack,
That's
too.
awesome.
I like that they glow. What part of those pops glow? The masks?
It's the faces.
Or like the faces?
Yeah, it's the faces.
That's cool. Yeah. That's
really
awesome. I've seen those around before. People trading them. They're pretty penny. That 2-pack.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that this one is as well.
This
It's
one's
gotta
not,
be.
That one's not cheap.
Yeah, I imagine so.
So, going back to my Hanna-Barbera days, the Hair Bear bunch was one of my favorites.
That's awesome.
So we got these 3 guys.
Oh, dude, that's
he's
awesome.
my
The Square
favorite, the
Bear's
Square
cool.
Bear.
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
my
So we
favorite.
got those guys.
So these
Wow.
are all from your personal collection.
Yes, these are. I brought stuff from my personal collection. I only have about 40 or 50 pops that I keep for myself.
Okay.
Otherwise, my house gets overrun.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a room that you display them in?
I keep these in my basement. My wife actually has a Game of Thrones collection in addition to the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit that she keeps upstairs on a shelf that she built.
Awesome. That's so cool. That's awesome that you. So it's cool that you both share the passion
Yes.
of Funko Pop. Now, I'm talking outside the business, right? So Heather and I, we do the Funko Pop stuff because of our channel, which is our, I guess you want to call it a business. But outside of that, we also just love pops. We love collecting, right? That's cool that you guys have that. Not many couples have that. Usually the guy is being yelled at.
This is
those
not
are cool
an
too.
expensive 3-pack, but
No.
Yeah.
I think they really killed it on this one.
I do too.
They're neat.
I spent hours and thousands of dollars on Rampage as a kid playing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Rampage was an awesome
Rampage
game.
was a lot of
It was a
fun.
great game.
So, well, that's cool. That was actually one of my questions about what your wife thought about all of this, your spouse. So that's cool that she collects with you.
She collects, but I've kind of ruined it for her a little bit because anytime a new, Game of Thrones series comes out or whatever, we get in a collection. I just bring it home to her. There's no hunting for us. It all comes. So we buy a lot of collections as part of our business.
Okay.
4 to 6 collections a week.
Wow.
We're talking probably 1,000 to 1,200 pops come in every week.
Who? I mean,
from collectors.
You have a whole group of people that inventory all this. I mean, that has to be immense to bring on that many per week. That's insane.
It's a lot of work.
When you started, were you getting that amount, and you and your wife were having to work it?
No, we were getting 1 or 2 at a time. And then I was doing this from my basement. And
Wow.
So
And it grew now to a site that is located in Catonsville.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. The $7 a pop name. Who came up with that?
Okay, so it's kind of funny. Initially, the reception to our name was bad from the other pop sellers. They were not happy at all because Funko requires you to hit their $8.99 MSRP suggested retail price in order to buy from them. So we weren't buying from Funko, and people didn't realize that they had an option to not buy from Funko. They thought that was the only way they could set up a pop shop.
Sure.
But we sort of figured a loophole around it where we're buying collections from people, just like I did with baseball cards, and piecing them out on the website. We would do a drop every Sunday.
Awesome.
It grew fairly quickly because we were getting stuff that nobody else could get.
Sure.
We were getting the vaulted stuff, the SDCC stuff, the NYCC stuff, and everybody else was sort of fighting for the same nickel because they were getting the same releases at the same time.
Sure, yeah. So they could get something that other people necessarily aren't getting at the time.
Right.
That's cool.
So I caught wind that some of our competitors were ratting us out to Funko and complaining about us and that kind of thing. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Hold on, what would you like?
The mouse, please.
You like the mouse? Okay, you can have the mouse. Yeah, so that's interesting. You found this loophole, and you're able to sell the pops at a different price. Now, how fast are we talking? So this company started what? You said 2 years ago.
March of 2017 we went live. March
So
14th.
How fast does that ball roll? Where people are sending 2 pops versus now sending you selling to you 600 pops.
One of the initial concerns that I had was that we would not be able to get enough inventory.
Okay.
How many pop collections could there possibly be out there that people want to let go of?
Sure.
Seriously.
So we started putting ads on Craigslist and Facebook, and really, the responses were huge because if people have to move, people need money, people need space. There's all kinds of different reasons, or they just lost interest.
Sure.
And a lot of people don't have time to sit there and sell them one by one. So, we'll come in, we'll make an offer, we'll pay for shipping. And that's sort of how it snowballs.
So they tell you, here's my list of pops that I want to get rid of. Shoot me what you'd pay for it.
Exactly.
And then is it like kind of a back and forth kind of cat and mouse type of thing?
I'm not a big haggler.
Okay.
I sort of make my offer, and that's
that's it.
I make it clear that this is a firm offer. If it's not right for you, I completely understand.
You're the CarMax of pops.
Yeah, exactly. If it is, then I'd be happy to move forward. We can talk about next steps. But I mean, now we have so many. We probably have 10 inquiries a day.
Oh my God!
Just from people trying to sell collections.
How many pops right now do you have in your inventory on your website? And you don't have to give me an exact number. How many do you have on your website versus what you actually currently have?
Website is about 1,800 or so right now, maybe 2,000. Our back stock is probably about 4,000 to 5,000 more.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So is it because you can't get them to the website fast enough?
Correct.
Wow.
We have two people that enter basically list
Full-time job.
Full-time job, Monday through Friday.
Awesome.
And realistically, we could probably get 1,200 to 1,400 up a week if we're running at full capacity.
Okay.
Wow.
So when you're buying collections, does it ever happen where you're getting other related Funko items,
Yes,
Dorbs and wobblers and all this stuff? And are you accepting every single facet of Funko brand?
Yes, we'll buy the whole collection. We can't pay as high of a percentage on the non-pop stuff just because it doesn't move as quickly. Like Dorbs, pocket pops.
And I'm assuming you have kind of an outline you send to them to explain this.
Yes.
Like, hey, the number might be a little bit of a low ball because it's going to be hard for us to push this stuff. Okay, gotcha.
Correct.
Okay.
And it has to be worth it for us. We have to be able to turn a profit.
Sure.
We're absolutely not trying to lowball or rip anybody off. It's not like if anybody collected baseball cards in the 1980s, you go to a card show and the dealer there tries to just rape you. It's not like that. But we'll make an offer, and I'll explain that these are your options. You can either sell to us, or you can make a lot more by piecing them out yourself.
Sure.
You do what makes...
You explain that up front.
Yeah, absolutely. You do what makes the most sense on your end.
Sure.
And if you'd like to move forward, we'd be happy to talk next steps.
Hey, listen, when it comes to... when you get to a point and you say, you know what, I need to sell all of this stuff at one time, who really wants to go through all the work to sell piece by piece? Correct. I mean, that is a real pain in the buttocks, right?
You have to take pictures of every single side of the thing,
right.
Any itty-bitty piece of damage.
Find a place where you're selling it.
Ugh.
There's a lot that goes... There's a lot of inner workings there.
You gotta buy boxes. You gotta buy bubble wrap.
Sure. Shipping costs.
Shipping costs. If you sell them on eBay, you're gonna take a 10% haircut there.
Sure.
I mean, not everybody has the time, and
no. And people are basically selling to you because it's out of convenience, really, if you think about it, right? Have there ever been times where people are selling full collections to you and you take the full collection based off of two pops that you're like, I just have to have those?
I wouldn't say two, but maybe like 4 or 5.
It's like you take a minor hit, but just because there's a lot going on with these 5 particular pops.
I mean, we're willing to take on all the commons. If there's enough white meat in the Grails,
sure.
We can move pretty quickly because the higher end stuff just. Like the second it hits the site is gone.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
I've seen that.
I've noticed it myself. I've been on there when you get the emails like, "Hey, we just added 300 pops, blah blah blah," and I go on there and I'm literally watching stuff sell out.
Right. It's nuts.
It's impressive.
Wild.
It's really impressive.
Incredible.
I mean, that shows that is some business that you have because there are other shops that are selling Funko products that are just coming out. These commons, like package of like popping off toys. He sells like you can buy all of the the new end game pops, the whole package or whatever. You guys are.
Wes does a great job.
He does Wes is a great guy, but his business is different,
right? Because
you're selling pops that are out of a collection that are things that you just cannot go out and buy anymore,
right?
You can only buy here.
Stuff that we have in hand, we don't have to wait 6 months for Funko to send us a shipment for.
Sure.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for a drop. Well, I mean, I would suspect most people will come to your site. One, okay, they go there because $7 a pop. Maybe they can buy that one pop they need to finish a collection.
Right.
Okay, or they come there because they want to buy a Grail pop. Right, so it's a high-end pop, maybe something they can't find anywhere else, and you just happen to find it. You have the prices right, and they're going to buy it. Right, there aren't many places to do that unless you go on Mercari,
Right.
or you go on eBay.
Yeah.
Right.
Could I tell you one of the coolest parts about
Sure.
$7 a Pop's website?
Of course you can.
Is the fact that you sort of have like a grade for them.
Yes, and that's
Which is really cool.
And that's another thing I carried over from my baseball card days was, condition is important. Not to everybody, but to a lot of people it is.
Most,
Sure.
I would say.
So we have a friend, actually, not to cut you off, but we have a friend. His name is Sean. He's VVGS, and he's actually he's specifically grading Funko Pops. That's what his business is about. There really isn't anybody else out there that does that.
It's got potential, absolutely.
But how does the grading process come into $7 a pop?
So we created a standard based on, and if you go on our website, we have a condition guide that kind of describes what each grade might look
Yes.
like.
Okay.
One of our customers actually suggested we should probably put pics up as well, and I think we might do that at some point.
Good idea.
But so a small crease on the front probably knocks it down to a 7.5 on our grading scale.
Okay.
Or a badly dinged corner, or a crease on the back, something like that. I would not ever call a pop box perfect. So
Sure.
a 9.5 is going to be our highest possible grade.
VVGS is practically the same way.
So if there's like a tear, you see a lot of corner tears. That's usually going to knock it down to a 6 or a 7, depending on the severity of it.
Okay.
So it's really a judgment thing. It's not a scientific process, but
This is something in design you designed.
Yes.
With your crew of people.
Yeah, and basically what we're trying to do is manage our customers' expectations so that when the pop arrives and it has a crease in it, they already knew it, or they knew something was up with it.
Sure.
So, it beats having to take refunds because people thought they were getting a mint pop and it wasn't described as damaged.
Doesn't meet expectations.
Right.
And photos will help that, because sometimes the text doesn't really, it doesn't really, you can't really picture that sometimes, right? So when you see a photo of it, you're like, oh, if he means this, then of course I'll buy it, right? So yeah, I think the picture idea is brilliant.
Yeah,
that's
I
perfect.
agree.
That's
Yeah,
a
I think that's brilliant.
lot of
Surprised I didn't
extra
think of
work,
it.
though. A lot of extra work.
It is
But
extra work.
I would judge. I would be okay trusting your standards.
Well, here's the thing. Realistically, we can't take a picture of every single pop that we put on our website. It's just too much work. We wouldn't be able to get nearly as many pops in every week.
Right.
So if we create this condition guide, which we already have, and then put examples of what a 7 or a 7.5 or an 8 would look like,
Sure.
that's
It's easy enough to envision. A lot of people are very anal about the boxes, and I feel like that
Yes.
helps a lot. So
Yeah,
that's, like,
people are very anal about their box.
Yeah.
They want we're in an age where taking care of the box is now a big deal.
Right.
You're talking back in the 80s, 70s when things were being released, now nostalgic. Boxes were thrown in the garbage. Some people were just lucky enough to keep it in a box and store it away.
Right.
Right, and just like comic books
Sure.
or cards, like you're
Absolutely.
mentioning. So a lot of people who collect these things are very hardcore about their Funko Pops. But you also have the out of box people.
Right.
So they might come on your website and they see it's a 6, and they're like, "Well, what do I care? I'm an out of box collector."
We have a damage section. We have an out of box section. We discount everything based on that kind of stuff. so
Sure.
that, those collectors can fill their collection and not pay full price.
Right, and that's excellent. You're offering a service that really, if we sit here and think about this, not many other companies do this, at least that I'm well aware of. You offer a service of pops that you're selling for $7 a piece,
Right.
and you're also offering a service to go directly to your website and find Grail Funko Pops that come in. And if you can get there, it's almost like Funko Shop. If you get there in time, you can get it.
Right.
Right? And that's the fun part about this.
But, there's an adage in business that you can't be everything for everybody.
Sure.
But we're kind of trying to be, and we're doing our best, and that's we the whole goal is to make collectors happy. It really is. That's another reason why we came up with the Pop Shield protectors.
That's something I was going to get into about the shield protectors.
Okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
All right.
No, go ahead.
So, well, the initial reason was I had the idea to offer the option of shipping a pop in a protector to add extra protection. Who wouldn't want that? For
That's where the idea started.
So that's
I'm sending your pop and I'm putting in a protector that you come up with.
Right.
So it gets to the person on the far end.
Right.
In good shape.
Exactly. So I was buying these protectors off of eBay for 80, 90 cents a piece, and this was in bulk. And that was the lowest price I could get, which meant that I had to charge $2 a piece,
Sure.
in order to make it work for my business.
Sure.
And that seemed ridiculous to me. If someone's buying a $7 pop, it shouldn't cost $2 extra to protect it.
Right.
So I reached out to a bunch of different manufacturers in China. We came to an agreement on a specific model prototype with our logo stamped on top.
Beautiful boxes, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Their price was reasonable. We had to buy in extreme bulk, but in the end, it made complete sense. So it started with us being able to offer them as a dollar add-on option. Then we started selling them in 10, 50, and 100 packs.
Okay. So they
were flying off the shelf.
So originally it was just something that came along with your Funko Pops, right?
Yes.
So when you shipped them, then it turned into this is a whole separate ball game. Now I'm selling you this protector.
Yep.
So you must have had to change a lot of agreements there with whoever was manufacturing these boxes for you, because now you're ordering way more.
Yeah, so just to give you a little insight, we order a 40-foot container full every couple months.
40 foot. Oh my God!
Which is about 400,000 pop shields.
Holy crap! And now we're talking. You had described to me before this video that not only are you doing pops, you're also doing Dorbs. You're also doing 10-inch Funko Pops.
Yes, we have about I think 12 sizes now.
12 sizes.
Wow.
Have you researched? Are you the only person doing that?
No.
I'm talking like specific. They can come to you. Are there any other places that they have all those options?
Yeah, Retro Protection is one of our competitors. They do a good job. I don't have a bad thing to say about them.
Sure.
They actually do more sizes than we do, but our protectors are thicker, so it's
okay.
Like, and they're less expensive.
What's the layer of protection on your?
Ours are 0.45 millimeters thick.
Okay.
Which is some have protectors that are 0.5 millimeters thick.
Okay.
They're a little thicker, but I'm not gonna.
Sure. No. That's okay. That's okay. No, we're not doing
that. Honestly. Everybody does a good job that sells protectors.
I will say that your protectors are fantastic. We use them. We have them on many of the pops that are down here. We have your protectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say probably 80% of our soft protectors are $7 a pop.
Yes, because
Speaking which, I brought you guys a present.
Oh, awesome! Thank you. That's so cool.
There's a bunch more.
That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, we can always use these. In fact, I have a bunch of pops. So we record so much now that when we record, we don't cover everything that we get. I have pops that are just sitting around here, as you could see when you walked in. I have pops sitting around that we haven't even shown on the channel, but they all need protection. So thank you for bringing these to us. Yeah, so now I can go around and I can protect all of our Funko Pops. So we talked about this with Jason. I kind of wanted to touch upon it, not in full detail, okay? But with Jason, we talked about the floods that occurred in Ellicott City. Now that didn't affect $7 a pop at all, or did it?
It did not. We were on high ground. We were in Old Ellicott City, but we were on high ground, so it didn't affect us at all.
Okay.
Where our offices were at the time.
Okay. So $7 a pop wasn't affected. Were you helping like other folks that were down there? Were you a part of that whole flood?
Yes, I actually lost my car in the flood. I was driving up the street and
oh my God,
big wall of water just sort of
No kidding.
knocked out my battery, and my car just stopped, and I had to get out and trudge through waist-high water.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, that's horrible.
I waved goodbye to my car.
Oh.
I only had 3 payments left.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh
Oh
my
my God. That's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah. Geico took care of me. I shout out to Geico. They really,
Well, that's good. I'm very happy to hear the good part of the story,
right.
I guess.
But yeah, the 3 payments left really stung. So.
Yeah, I'd be crying.
But so after that all happened, and I actually owned a piece of a restaurant that got caught in the flood and completely wiped away.
So you were affected.
So-
The
so
$7 a pop was not, but you
Correct.
were.
Me personally, yes. So we used our Facebook page to try to push some donations towards both the Portales, that was the name of the restaurant, their
Okay.
GoFundMe page,
Sure.
as well as Jason All Time Toys,
Yes.
his page as well.
Jason.
And I hope it helped. I don't know if
It did. He told us. He told us that he said you did a lot of really cool things for him. He has a lot of respect for you.
Good.
As we
Awesome.
talked to him about it just the other night.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of brought us to this conversation about getting us all together and all hanging out
Right.
and having a good time. Especially at all. I would love to take you down to All Time Toys and take a look at that.
Have you
That-
been to the new one?
I haven't been.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
cool.
have to stop in. And I've chatted with Jason online that I really have to come by and take a look.
It's
He's a
really,
really
it's a
cool
gem,
guy.
man. It really is. It's fantastic down there. And now they're carrying the $7 of pop protectors.
No way.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Because I went down there and he was telling me about it. This is before we had conversations with talking to you. He said, "Yeah, we're carrying the prop protectors." I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah.
I mean, I love the fact that it's all local. I mean, we're talking about all local people. That's what gets us going. Working with all you guys is cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree, and it's really been hard for me the past 2 years as we've been growing this business. I've been just so full force inside the business that it's been impossible to sort of pull myself out and just go around and meet people. And,
Sure.
And so now I'm kind of making my way around and meeting all the local collectors, and it's actually really, I mean,
That's awesome.
The MACC meetup the other day was incredible.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It
And all the people are cool.
Everybody's so nice.
They're all very nice. The folks who run the group, they're all fantastic.
Right.
Mark and Steven. Steven's actually marrying us. Believe it
way.
or not. Yeah. They're all great folks. What a group. And, we talked to all these guys online, people from Canada and, all over the United States,
Right.
all over the world. And it doesn't seem as if a lot of these folks have groups like that locally to them.
Right.
I posted on Mid-Atlantic Collectible the other day, for those who are not a part of that group, I posted on there that we are so lucky to have what we have. And some people might not really understand that,
I would
that
agree.
are in the group.
Well, I mean,
We're spoiled.
We're very spoiled.
right. Most of us are nerds by deep inside. We're all nerds.
Sure.
Want to collect something. We like these toys, dolls, collectibles.
I love playing with
Whatever-
action figures.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly. Whatever you want to call them. And it's hard to find people who have the same interests.
Sure.
And
Yes.
if you can find people in the area that you can meet up with and talk about that,
Well, look,
that's a community. That's
think about it. I mean,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have met you if it weren't for these
Exactly.
things, right? We actually have made very close bonding friendships through all this, which is of all my years of 35 years of being on the planet, I've made close friends. I had a couple of very close friends I hang with all the time. But over the last 3 years of doing all this, I've met some friends that I know that they're going to be friends for life
Right.
through this, which is impressive. We all had the same love.
It's really weird because once I stopped going to school, I forgot how to make friends.
right.
It's like you're in elementary school and oh, you want to play Power Rangers? Okay, me too. Let's do that.
Right.
And then
You
middle
played
school-
Power Rangers?
Heck yeah!
You did?
And I played Forrest
Oh my
Gump.
god!
It was
I know
weird.
what we're doing after this.
How do you play Forrest Gump?
I don't know. The girls would stand back and the boys would run in circles.
That
and all
sounds like a
the girls-
challenge, like on Facebook, the Forrest Gump challenge.
The girls would scream, "Run, Forrest, run!" and the boys would just run around.
That
I
was
don't
a
know how
game.
it
I was
a
playing
game.
GI
Yeah.
Joe. You were out there playing Forrest Gump.
Yeah, it was.
That's
weird.
impressive.
It was really weird.
I'm very,
Yeah. And
I'm
then
very impressed by that, Heather.
yeah, it was cool.
I was thinking after this, we could possibly. Let me see. Where's my button? Look, I even lost my button. Where is it?
I think you
Oh,
took
here it
it
is.
all
I
down.
found it.
Oh, never mind.
After this, I was thinking we could play Power Rangers. I was really hoping we could jump in for a little Power Ranger. You know what I'm saying?
Only if I can be the pink one.
Of course! Why would you be any other color? You'd have to be the pink one.
Yellow is good too. I like the yellow one.
Yeah, but the pink one, she was, who is it? Kimberly Jo Johnson, I think it was?
I'm too
Or was
old
it
for
Kimberly?
Power
I can't remember.
Rangers.
Well, are you really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, how could you be too... Nobody's too old for Power Rangers. Don't be ridiculous. No, I liked Power Rangers when it first came out. I was a kid. How old was I? Was I 17? No, I'm kidding. I was about 10, 11 maybe? And I really happened to enjoy it, but I only enjoyed the very first season. It had the Green Ranger. If you know anything about Power Rangers, Green Ranger is where it's at. That's where it's at.
Well, I know about the Power Ranger Pops, and I do know that the Green Ranger is where it's at.
Yeah, the Green Ranger is where it's at.
That's how I know about a lot of things too, is from the Pops.
So, what is your Grail of your collection? Now, you showed us a lot of things you have down here. Is there one that you would never part with?
Honestly, there isn't. If a pop reaches a certain value, the money is more valuable to me. I mean, I've got a 9-year-old kid. He's going to go to college someday.
Sure.
I have to pay for that.
Right.
So I have to put a cap on it. If a pop reaches $300, $400, at that
You're
point,
pushing it.
At that point, I'm probably I had the Tony the Tiger.
Oh.
And the flocked version, but they don't mean as much to me as the money could help my family.
So there isn't like
That
one
makes
pop
sense.
out there that you know of that is just like, if I had this, there's no way I could get rid of it. None at all.
I don't think so.
No. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because like I have
I'm not saying it's a definite no.
Sure. Yeah. But off the top of your head,
I have a Michael Jordan rookie card that's like a couple $1,000.
Sure.
So, I'm not saying there isn't a pop out there, but it would have to be pretty special.
well, so I have a signed pop, Spider-Man signed by Stan Lee.
Oh wow.
And that was one that I know for a fact I can never give up. It means a lot to me.
Yeah,
it means a lot to me. I didn't know if you had something that kind of fell in that category or not.
No, I don't.
No. Do you go to cons? Are you a con guy?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
And it's only because I haven't had time.
Okay.
Honestly, but we're setting up at AwesomeCon this month. This is going to be our first.
Awesome.
This is going to be our first con.
No pun intended.
We're not bringing any pops with us. It's going to be strictly to promote our Pop Shield Protector brand.
You're going to kill it, dude. You know why?
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. You ready?
Yes.
You holding on to those pants?
Yes.
I told you they might fly off during this
All
thing.
right.
In a weird way. Hold on. Where's
Wait,
that?
Hold on. Okay, tell me.
Well, so when we go to cons, we will buy Funko Pops while we're at cons.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have a pop protector on me, sometimes I bring some with me.
Right.
I'm searching the con for pop protectors, right? So you go out and typically at cons, you're finding things you can't find locally, similar to your page, on $7 a pop. So when I'm there, I'll find something I really like, and I have to protect it because I know for a fact.
You're carrying it around in a box or a bag. And
Before I get home, that thing's going to get destroyed. So you're going to make an awesome killing there. Awesome killing.
Well, we're going to be handing out free samples.
Awesome.
We're also going to be selling our 20-pack retail pack.
Cool.
And just meet people, shake hands, make friends.
You sell more protectors than you pops?
Our business is about 60% pops and 40% protectors right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Almost a 50-50.
Yeah.
Impressive.
That's incredible.
Impressive. Think about it. The business probably has only grown as big as it has because of your protector. That's what got it to where it.
I would agree.
It's funny because we had a conversation before this, but I remember I had ordered some on Amazon and they were horrible. I mean, they were like paper thin. They were horrible.
Bad.
And it was embarrassing when I ordered yours.
It was almost like we destroyed the pops trying to force them into those protectors.
Yes.
They kept like folding back up and they were bad.
But they were just really thin, and I remember that I almost felt like this is not protecting anything.
Right.
And when we received yours, they were thick. They were, it was almost like buying a hard protector.
Right.
Like one of the hard protectors. And I remember we talked on Sunday. You were mentioning.
Spoiler alert. We got our first prototype of a hard protector that we've been working on.
Awesome.
So this is something that I really want to.
You heard it here first, folks. Gastlecast.
I want to get it right.
Okay.
We're gonna take our time with it. Hopefully, it's something we can roll out. We'll have them in hand to sell by the fall.
Awesome.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Are you thinking sizes with this? Different sizes as you are with the soft protectors.
We'll see how.
You're going to go phases.
We'll see how the reception is for the initial one, and
okay.
Then, you know, if there's demand for a 2-pack hard protector, or a 3-pack, or a 6-inch, absolutely.
I personally have never seen a hard protector for like 6-inch and 10-inch.
Right.
Never. If you did that, I mean, you're that's a whole new game,
Yeah.
a whole new ball game. And I would totally buy the hard protectors for some of my 10 inches.
I would too. However,
for sure,
that's definitely
Gets
not going to be
expensive.
as big as the.
No, definitely wouldn't. But the
regular
fact that
pops,
he
yeah.
has something that nobody else has would be super, super cool.
It would be.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm really jazzed about it. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, but I wanted to get it right, and I wanted to get the price right. To compete with you know, Stacks and the other hard protectors that are out on the market. So I think we can hit somewhere close to that price point, but also offer a much better product.
Sure.
That's awesome. And that, I feel like that's something that's hard to do if it's not in front of somebody.
Right.
And since you're online based, people might be like, I don't know if I want to spend the extra 50 cents if Funko themselves sells one, you know?
Sure.
So
yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah.
That's tough.
What's the most expensive pop that's come through your doors?
About two weeks ago, we sold the bronze Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh my God!
Out of 24 pieces, I think we sold it for $2,950, something like that.
Holy crap! Oh
That's
my!
been the most expensive.
How in God's name did you get it?
It came in a collection.
So
like
some dude
else.
just sent it in with his collection.
Yep.
Impressive! Holy crap!
We also we bought a really big Disney collection about a year ago. It was actually a local Baltimore collector who had really everything except the pieces that were like out of like 12 or lower. So we got some of the Mickeys that they only made 24 of, and so
wow.
We had some high-end Disney for a while, but that's, I mean, I tried to stagger it as much as I could, but the second we put it up on the
it's
site,
gone.
It was gone.
Really?
Wow.
So so the Grail stuff, is that usually go pretty quickly for you?
Yes. Yeah, immediately.
So the price doesn't drive anybody away. It's just people are like, just need it.
The price is the key, because we're not selling them at eBay prices. We're selling them below PPG in most cases. PopPriceGuide.com.
Okay, good to know.
That's sort of our pricing model. They're not perfect, but even before Stash sold to Funko, I thought PPG was always the most accurate. Based on how their algorithm works, and they get human eyes on each listing, which is very important.
Right.
You can't just have so Stash basically had a computer program data mine all the eBay completed sales and spit out a number.
Right.
PPG, I feel, is more accurate because they have human eyes on each listing to make sure that it fits with that pop.
Okay.
I don't know if that's too technical.
No, it's not too technical. No, but it makes sense. So you were basically following PPG, and now, so are you now like kind of following the?
I mean, if you think about the fact that we have to get up 1,200 pops a week or 1,000 pops a week, we don't have time to sit there and go through completed eBay auctions and price each pop.
Sure.
So we need something that we can quickly refer to.
Sure.
That'll give us a ballpark. It doesn't have to be exact. We'll price it a couple bucks under the PPG value.
Okay.
And usually.
So PPG is your tool.
Yeah.
Okay, PPG is your tool. Interesting. A lot of people like PPG. I like the new Funko app. A lot of people don't seem to like it. The reason why I like it is
they're using PPG pricing.
Now they are, right. But now I liked it even before because it was an app and PPG wasn't an app. But now that it's all working together, it's fantastic. It's a beautiful thing.
I would agree.
Yeah, it's a fantastic thing. Are you friends with fellow collectors?
I'm friends with fellow collectors that are also customers.
Okay.
Like I said, I haven't been able to get out there and meet a lot of people, but
sure.
Just through chatting with people online, Also, other sellers. We've built friendships just from chatting. People who've never bought a thing from me, just chatting about different selling strategies or different how we can navigate this hobby together, keep it fun for everybody. While obviously I run a business, it has to be profitable. So
sure,
we go through different strategies that way.
Yeah,
cool.
It's a constant moving machine. Mm-hmm. This is the point in time where we start asking the random question. We choose three random questions.
All right.
3 random questions that we ask. Now these were all developed by me.
Okay.
So if they're not good, you can blame Heather.
All right.
They're
okay.
Yep. So they're fantastic.
Like
I will tell you that they are actually pretty good.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm not just saying that because I selected them. It's because they're good. Are you ready?
Shoot.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Positive. No. What movie completely changes its plot when you change one letter in its title? What's the new movie about? You change one letter in the movie title. So think of a movie.
Okay.
And then take out a letter. And then what would the movie be about?
Ooh, I got it.
You do?
Yeah, but
all right,
he goes first. No, he's the guest.
No, he doesn't go first. Let him think. I can see him. No, you want to go first? You want to wait?
No, I got to think about this.
Okay, Heather, go.
Okay, so my favorite movie of all time, ever. Okay, like top 10 because I have like 10 that I really love. Superbad.
Okay.
Right? It's about these guys in high school that are basically sort of trying to get laid the whole time.
Right.
If you change the B to an R and it's super rad, it's just about a bunch of high school guys that are getting laid all the time and that they're never turned down.
Super rad.
And they don't have to drink beer out of a Tide dispenser.
That's brilliant.
They just go to the liquor store and get their beer, and that's it.
They never made a movie.
Let's get that green lighted.
They never made a movie where the guys were just cool and just running around getting laid and partying. Like you never had that.
No.
That I can think of.
Yeah.
Like it's usually about like the guy down on his luck. You never have the guy. They're just BA right out the gate. And they're running around having a good time. I went with Jurassic Ark. I took the P off the park, and I made a Jurassic Ark because I think we can do that. We're allowed to do that.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So
I'm picturing dinosaurs on an ark.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's what's happening.
So
and guess what? And there's a lot of hijinks going on because there's apex predators on there, and you have Noah, and Noah's like no, and there's dinosaurs fighting each other. Can you imagine how ridiculous that could get?
Did Noah make it?
Did Noah make the ark?
No, did he make it?
Like, I'm sorry. It's not Noah. I'm sorry. It's John Hammond. John Hammond's there. He has his cane and his weird hat.
Did he make it, though? Did he make it out alive?
Did he make it out alive?
Yes. Does he survive all the dinosaurs being on the ark?
That's John Hammond,
he perish?
Yeah.
He spaced out a lot of dinosaurs. I don't know.
Listen, he spared no expense.
So he
lived.
Mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah. He found a way to live. How about you?
Okay, mine's lame. We're going with paws instead of jaws. So picture a cat. All right.
This does not surprise me.
A cat in the ocean. All right. And it just eats people.
So he has gills and he can swim.
A cat in the ocean.
He doesn't have gills. He just I don't know. He breathes underwater. I haven't thought.
He hasn't fleshed the whole story out.
I guess
that's good.
He could have gills.
Okay.
It's a cat with gills.
Cat? A cat that does not scream and
like
claw
an evolved
you.
Cat. So like it's a tiger, but he's evolved.
And now he has like fins.
He has fins. It may be like sort of a webbing that that allows him to glide through the water. And
a striped webbing.
Yes.
Okay.
I pictured him like a seal with a cat's head on it.
Look, I'm on board with this whole thing. We could get all.
We can make a movie real fast with this.
Do you have connections?
I do not.
You should find some.
Yeah.
Ask the Pop Protector people if they know movie guys.
I'll work on it.
Okay.
So this one's interesting.
Okay.
So prepare yourself.
Okay.
During the apocalypse, what supplies are the most important, in parentheses, besides weapon and food?
Okay. So
what's most important? Hold on.
Weapons and food.
If you manage to survive the apocalypse, what will your new job title be?
All right. Can I ask a qualifying question? Is this a zombie apocalypse or is this just a regular apocalypse?
Let's say zombie apocalypse since we're Walking Dead fans.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if this would qualify as a weapon or not, but I would say a grappling hook would be really super valuable.
That would be valuable.
Like with the gun that you...
Where you shoot, like your bat...
Yeah, not just one that you're spinning around. Like you have the gun...
During the apocalypse, now you've turned into Batman. Okay.
Yes.
No, it's good. You're a
You
ninja.
can climb up buildings.
Yeah.
You can get up mountains really fast.
Yeah.
Can zombies climb
Can
mountains?
you imagine?
I don't think they can.
What is it like
That's
when you
important.
shoot the grappling hook, and then you get to wherever you have to go, and then you have to put all that rope back in? Like, how does that work?
Well,
like,
it's
that has to be
probably-
like
Get the grappling hook, like if it's embedded in something, you gotta...
Yeah, like there's just too much rope. Like, what am I doing here?
I would imagine that it would be similar to like that iron we have upstairs that has the retractable cord.
So
that
it
you
has
just
a
press the
retractable
button
cord.
And it just zzz,
Now we
and
got a
goes
whole
in.
story on the grappling hook.
Yeah.
Heather, what kind of items would you say are the most valuable during an apocalypse, zombie apocalypse?
Well, I mean, I personally would really like at least 2-ply toilet paper.
Oh my god, that was my answer! I was gonna say toilet paper.
I would really
Yeah,
enjoy
that's
that.
Okay.
It seems more like a luxury, though.
It sort of is.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's an
I
important
agree.
luxury.
Don't get me wrong. I
But-
completely agree.
I'm not good with the leaves,
But-
so I'm afraid I would pick up
Yeah.
poison ivy or something weird.
He does not know what poison ivy looks like.
No.
He doesn't. It's really ridiculous.
I bathed in poison ivy once. But guess what? I guess I'm not allergic to it because I was fine.
Weird.
I
But,
was nude
but
when that happened. It was weird.
if you don't have the really nice toilet paper
Mm-hmm.
that and you're doing your thing with leaves,
Mm-hmm.
then you would need like ointment or something, you know, because it would be rough on your
be uncomfortable. all
butt
the time.
and
So you're looking for some ointments?
well, no, if you didn't have
So you need to have the
the
toilet paper.
then you would need the
but you
ointments,
need ointments
to
if you don't have
remedy
toilet.
all of the roughness.
So you're going toilet paper.
I would say toilet paper is pretty important. Does wine counts as food, right?
What?
Because if there's a zombie apocalypse, we're getting wasted. But not so wasted that we
But
can't
that's
fight
easy
zombies.
for us to get attacked. What are you doing?
No,
You can't
no,
drink.
no. You use a grappling hook, okay? We're using
Mm-hmm.
Lee's grappling hook, going up to a mountaintop, getting drunk
Whoa,
on the wine.
why are we using a grappling hook to get to a mountaintop?
Because the zombies aren't climbing the mountain very fast. So we can get drunk, wait it out, have a good time, and then go back down and fight zombies.
Oh, now we're fighting the zombies.
Well, what else are you going to
Okay,
do? Be attacked by the zombies?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess a machete. I was going to
No
use toilet
weapon.
paper.
I thought-
Oh, no weapons.
No weapons.
What would you took mine?
Sorry.
I have a second answer.
You do? Go ahead.
Yes. Monster truck.
Monster truck would be awesome.
Ooh, that's
You get, like, grave
good.
Yeah.
You just
Oh my
drive
God.
over everything.
You would need gas though, Chris.
I would
your
say
answer is
unlimited
now
fuel.
Gas. There
Unlimited
you go.
fuel.
Yeah.
Okay, we make a great
You need
team.
unlimited fuel. We have a grappling hook. We have grave digger, unlimited gas, and some toilet paper.
We could get through anything.
This is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
I can't wait
And
to see
we
how
have-
this works out.
We have the food and the weapons too, because we weren't allowed to say those. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
assuming
So we have
those.
weapons now, too.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Bring on the
using a
zombies.
grappling hook as a weapon? It'd be awesome.
Oh, we
Daryl
mess them
can
all
do
up.
it.
Daryl could totally do it. If you were transported 400 years in the past with no clothes or anything else,
Oh, I hate this question.
how would you prove that you were from the future?
I'd show him my grappling hook and say, "Hey, there was a zombie apocalypse."
Why would you want to prove?
No, I'm just kidding.
That you're from the future. Why
Yeah,
not just
that's just the
why
point.
Not just blend in and invent stuff.
Right, that would be cool. Yeah.
You could be like Isaac Newton,
Yeah, exactly.
but yourself.
But the problem is, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
It's true.
I collect Funko Pops. What is he talking about?
How do you get electricity from a kite and a key? I don't
Yeah.
know.
How would
That's a
I
good
prove I'm from the future, though? That's a good question, isn't
I
it?
don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You guys know anything about boats? No, they wouldn't know about boats in 400 years ago. That's a good question. Yeah, because if you just said like
I've
there are
no
airplanes.
question.
There are airplanes in the future.
Right.
They'd be like, "What are airplanes?" Well, you fly in the sky. They would then put your head on like a pike. You'd be a witch,
I
Yeah.
mean, basically, you're saying you have nothing to show them from the future.
right?
To prove that you're from the future.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm tattooed, so maybe that would do something. Oh well, where did these come from?
Right.
Well, Egyptians got tattoos.
Not like this though.
Maybe you have a really good artist. Maybe
What would you do?
Glenn
How would
was
you
Egyptian.
prove- how would
I
you prove it?
wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to do it because You could literally say anything to any... Like, I could tell you something completely outlandish that may be from the future right now.
That's
but you
what I'm
would
saying.
be like, oh my God, you're crazy. What the heck are you talking about?
Right, that's right. There's like hobos out on the street right now that are talking like this.
Yeah, I'm out on this one.
I don't know. For future knowledge, I pick horrible questions.
Right,
that's what happened. It was a really bad question. What happened? I derailed it at the very end.
You did.
That was not good at all.
Grail.
Guys, what would you do? Now you can answer, and then we'll read your answers. How do you like that? Now it's in your hands. It's in your hands. Is that ASMR? It's in your hands.
Stop with that.
Sorry.
That's creepy.
It's really... Have you ever seen those videos?
Yeah.
I don't like them.
So, how in God's name did you get connected with Fanatics Day Out with our good pal Jason Swoboda?
Oh, he's the best.
How did you get connected
Yes.
with all that?
Honestly, I don't remember. I think maybe Rachel Beam told me to reach out to him. Rachel
okay.
Beam of KT Toys.
Yes. We know her.
Her and Scott are awesome. They have a great business. I think she told me to reach out to him because I wanted to donate some protectors to the Fanatics Day Out. So
Awesome.
I just reached out to him. He was super cool. He was like, "Yeah, come on by."
Well, I'm sure he already knew all about you, right?
Yeah, he was aware. Yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like everybody knows what $7 a pop
I
is.
wouldn't say everybody.
I would say in our community. For
lot
sure.
of people do.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, but that's also due to you and a lot of our customers,
Spreading the good word, right? Yeah, of course. But you guys have a really good business. The pops being posted up online that are Grails, the pop protectors. The pop protectors probably propelled you more than anything else. I mean, that the pop protector. Where else can you go? But you can go on Amazon. You can order these cheap pieces of crap, or you can go to you and pick up these really nice pop protectors.
Well, I mean, that was the goal. It was, to be able to offer something to collectors at a fair price where they're not getting gouged and they can, have money to spend on more pops.
Sure.
And that was the whole idea.
Yeah.
Why spend all your money on protectors,
Right.
leave yourself some more to spend on pops.
Sure, absolutely.
So my goal was never to make $1 zillion with the protectors. It's gone well beyond what I ever thought it would.
That's impressive. I'm impressed by that because I figured that would be like the point of the whole point of the business. What are these pop protectors?
Well, I mean,
because when you brought them out, who else was really focusing on doing that and making good ones?
the feedback was so overwhelmingly positive.
I bet
the price, the quality, and it just really snowballed.
So taking part of the Funko community locally, are you a part of local groups here aside from Mid-Atlantic Collector? Are you part of local groups? And outside of that, are you a part of larger international groups? Are you reaching out to these guys as well?
I just started, so I reached out to Maryland Pop Collectors. I'm involved there a little bit, and I'm involved with
Mid-Atlantic Collector.
Yeah, and that was sort of my starting point.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I've been just sort of head down, stuck in my business. And
Sure.
Now I'm getting out there. So my goal is to sort of get myself out there more so I can shake more hands and meet more people, because that's really where, I can connect with people and, show them what we're all about. And not that we're just a website. We're actually, I have 6 employees. They're all awesome. They're all amazing at what they do. They're all managers.
Sure.
None are treated like line level employees. They each manage a part of my business.
That's awesome.
The
That's
fact
really
that we
cool.
can do so much business with so few people is a testament to what they can do on a daily basis.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
awesome.
so I'd like to sort of get everybody out there to understand what we're all about and how we got to where we are, and what we want to do moving forward.
Well, it's always a face to a name, right?
Exactly.
So when they see your face and they know, oh, when I'm thinking of $7 a pop, I'm thinking about Lee. Right. Because more or less, they see your website, they have no idea who's behind the whole thing.
Exactly. Well, I'll give you a perfect example. So a couple weeks ago, we got an email from someone upset that they didn't get the pop that they wanted on one of our drops, which happens frequently, and
I can imagine.
I understand the frustration.
You get emails?
I collect. I understand. But yeah, the email was your website sucks. And that was it.
That's so rude.
But it was fun. I thought it was funny. So
yeah.
But I responded to it, and I said, just sort of explain
what did that email start? My bad.
Right. Sorry,
like, how do you respond to that?
It was more trying to connect with him on a human level. I understand your frustration. I'm a collector too.
No, that's good.
We started this business because we wanted to help collectors.
Sure.
This is how the website operates. It works the way we want it to, but unfortunately, we have way more demand than supply, and if you have 19 people,
it's a good thing. It's a good thing for a business, isn't it?
People going after one pop, 19 people are going to be left disappointed.
Sure.
But we're doing our best,
right?
And we work very hard. So there's no reason to be disrespectful.
Always good to have the demand,
and
you're not going to please everybody. It just can't happen.
And he responded with an apology, just explaining that was the heat of the moment, and it was
sure.
And we built a little connection there, and that's always how I've tried to handle things. Is not there is some negativity in the hobby, as I'm sure you guys have seen.
Oh
yes, big time.
But you can overcome that just by being a person. Connecting on a human level.
You have so much more patience than me. So at a business standpoint, that's how I would probably respond, like something similar. But man, I'd be like, you suck, loser, and then leave it at that. Like, that's how I would want to respond. Like that, like, there's no reason to be rude because we're all human and stuff happens. Sorry someone got it faster than you.
Right.
But there's nothing you can do. You can't just manufacture another
in order to have a customer come back. It's always good to level with them, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Even sometimes it has to be one-on-one every once in a while.
And it's not bullshit. I want people to have a good experience when they come to $7bucks-a-pop.
Absolutely.
Sure.
But I also want to set their expectations and say, hey, you might not get the pop that you're after.
Yeah.
Right.
We have
keep
one.
Trying, you'll eventually get something that
sure.
you want, and
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't give them false hope. No,
and
but
you can't just make them appear out of thin air. You have what you have.
It's very similar to Wes Howard of Popping Off Toys. Where Funko doesn't send him the pops in time, and then Wes doesn't have the pop, and then he has to let the people know, I know you ordered this,
sure.
I know you're seeing it in stores, but I don't have it yet because Funko hasn't sent it to me because I'm a small business. Right? So now he's left to explain that, which is a really bad place to be in,
especially as a small business.
But I would say that the majority of the community will understand that. You're going to have a couple of people there that are negative, right? I always look at it this way, and I've said this 100 times over. These items sit on a shelf, right? Mm-hmm. If you're really going out and buying these things because they're a part of your collection, they sit on your shelf so you can look at them.
Right.
What is a month, having to wait a month, what's it really doing to you?
Right.
Nothing.
Right?
Dying.
That's how I look at it. It's not right. I told you earlier. It doesn't power my car. Right. So it isn't like I need this. It's not a necessity. It's not something I need right now.
For a month. Look, I understand that people want to get things the second they hit the market.
Sure.
They want to be the first to have them, and they don't want to wait. But it's
always worth the wait.
There you go.
Right.
Build off the suspense.
That's right. Absolutely. So your pop protectors, are you right now? Do you have like a ton in stock? If they go on your website, by the way, it's $7bucksapop.com.
Correct.
$7bucksapop.com. They can go on and they can buy. Can you just give me a kind of an idea of what kind of pop protectors they could find on there?
If you want to do like the standard pop protector, for a 4-inch pop, you can buy it as a 10-pack, 50-pack, 100, 200, 400, or 1200.
Really, 1200?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that need the 1200.
Wow.
We sell a lot. We actually sell a lot of 1200 packs to other folks who are selling.
Wow.
So
what's your cost on a 10-pack?
The 10-pack is $12 shipped.
Nice.
It's nice and it isn't. The problem is that $6.75 of that is shipping.
Oh, I see.
So if you go the 100-pack route, it's $67 shipped. So you can get them for 67 cents a piece, which is
more you buy, the better.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to buy in bulk.
So the 1200 pack is $600. So it's a flat 50 cents a piece.
Okay.
Wow.
So if you have a store and you want to sell them for $1, you're hitting your margins.
You
Yeah,
find that a
or-
lot where your businesses are ordering them from you?
We have a reseller program. So
I didn't mean to cut you off.
We offer them
You
to
did.
businesses who are reselling because we see value in them spreading, our brand out there to their customers.
Sure.
So we give them a discount based on volume, based on bulk.
Sure.
So they are able to offer, or they are able to buy certain bundles at a lower price.
Okay. Did you have a question? You were about to say something. I cut you off.
Yeah,
You're good?
When you do that, I lose it.
I know.
so-
I'm sorry. I blew your mind.
The phone is blowing up.
Oh my God! Everybody's calling. They're like, "I see you live on YouTube. What's happening?" So tell us a little bit more about Lee. What are you into outside the Funko thing? What's a little bit more about you, so people get to know you a little bit. You mentioned you were into the baseball cards and all that kind of stuff before. Are you still a baseball card collector?
I'm not as big into it as I was.
Okay.
I still have my small collection of cards that I really like.
Sure.
To me, it's all about nostalgia. It's all about taking you back to your childhood. And
Absolutely.
That's why we collect
Yes.
all these things.
Yeah.
So I do have my baseball card collection. I like sports. I watch sports. I went to the University of Maryland, so
Okay.
Maryland basketball is a big thing.
Yes.
Were
Huge.
you ever a comic book guy?
I read comics as a kid. I was never a huge accumulator, but the ones I liked, which were X-Men.
Okay.
All the Wolverine side stories, Daredevil.
Okay.
I liked all the Marvel miniseries from the 80s, like the Contest of Champions was a really cool one.
Okay.
There was an Elektra spin-off of Daredevil that was a really cool one.
Okay.
But Daredevil was my guy.
Daredevil was your favorite.
He's cool.
He's a
I
cool
remember. I'm not a big comic book person. The only comics I ever read were like the Sunday Paper and Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But watching the show Daredevil on Netflix, I think after the first
That was-
episode,
Oh my god!
Oh
they
my
killed
gosh.
It.
It was a good show.
Absolutely.
I
Killed
told
Really good
Chris,
show.
I was like, I really love this. This is awesome.
And after they screwed up the movie so bad with Ben Affleck, oh my god, that was the worst movie. I couldn't. I was scared.
And
I was scared- I was scared.
Electra movie.
Yeah, and the Electra movie. Yeah, I
They were
I
horrible.
was scared that they were gonna just do a horrible job, but Netflix knocked it out of the park. They really did.
That's all.
Are you a gamer?
I'm not a gamer. I'm an '80s gamer.
Okay.
I'm an original Nintendo
8-bit
NES
gamer.
gamer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you
8-bit
have an
gamer.
NES?
Yes.
Do you play it?
I haven't played it in a while. I'll be honest. I don't have time.
Yeah.
He's too busy with $7 a pop.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
think you heard.
Well, so my son Hero has an Xbox. He plays games on there every once in a while. I'll jump in and play something with him there.
Yeah.
That's fun. That was
That's
always
cool.
my favorite, was playing games with my dad.
Yeah.
But the worst part about playing games with my dad is he would always find these one-player games that he liked, and
Right.
then I wouldn't have my PlayStation.
He just totally cut you out of the whole equation.
I loved it, and then I hated it.
Right.
Are you into all these, like the Star Wars and the Marvel and all this type of stuff? The Marvel films?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big Star Wars fan. I've always been a big Marvel fan. DC, not so much.
My man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm not seeing a whole lot of DC in here. I think I'm getting a little sensory overload with all the movies.
Sure.
To be honest, and they're all great. Like, you can't watch any of them and say these. are
I'm
bad
completely, utterly obsessed.
movies. But it's all like they're coming out every 3 months, and it's just like
I know.
It's. I don't know. It's a little.
It's a
little
lot.
too much for me.
Are you going to be in the theaters for Endgame?
Yes.
I'd love to hear that.
So,
It's too much, but I'm doing it anyway.
Hold on, let me ask again. Are you going to be in the theaters for Endgame?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can I handle? I don't know if I can handle this. I'm getting so excited. Are you going to be there, Heather?
No.
With me? Oh my god. I'm going to do
course I
so
am.
many weird things to you in the Endgame film. I hope people don't watch. It's going to get really awkward for everybody else. But I'm going to have a really good time.
We should do a live cast in the theater. You
Uh huh.
think they'll
That would be
like
awesome. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find
That
out.
would be hilarious.
Will I get kicked out?
Right.
We'll find out. No, that's cool. So you're not a gamer, but you're into the Marvel thing. So Walking Dead. Is that kind of like a thing for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched all of it. It's it's getting worse.
Really, you think so?
I think it's getting worse.
It's in a weird direction right now, but I happen to still love it.
I did not like the finale.
The last 2 seasons have been.
I know.
I think they've gone off the rails a little bit.
This season, I thought they actually picked up and they did okay in comparison to last season. Last season was very meh. This season, I thought they actually picked it up and they're moving in a solid direction.
Right.
It's hard because I feel like a lot of people watch it for zombies, but it's turned into less zombies because they're decaying and they're not as big of a threat right now, and it's more of like the people that are threat. Like how long can zombies survive?
The way the last episode ended, they are the survivors are back in a mode where it's like they're losing everything again.
Right.
And that's what we want as viewers. Right. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see them do well. We want to see them do bad.
See the big battle at the end. We want to see
not even a battle, but we want to see them we want to see them dying off and struggling. That's what we want to see out of a zombie apocalypse. Right. We don't want to see them thriving. That's definitely not what we want to see.
Picking tomatoes and stuff. Like, get out of here.
I think they handled a few things really badly the past couple of seasons.
A lot of it has been the comic book route. I mean, they're going the comic book way. It's just how the comic book was, unfortunately. I mean, that's just they're trying to build a new society. Right. And then things start setting in. These villainous characters kind of turn things topsy-turvy.
I mean, I've always been a huge Negan fan. It's he's...
Yeah.
See, I don't know if you knew this, but I proposed to Heather in front of Negan. I don't know if you knew that.
That's his favorite thing to tell people.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a big picture. You've never seen it?
No.
Oh, my God. When we're done here, it's going to be cool. I'm going to blow your mind.
That's crazy. You think, like, this is a Negan wall right here?
Yeah.
Right?
No, I actually proposed to her in front of Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That's incredible.
And it was awesome. We had in fact, we invited him to the wedding. We'll see what happens. We'll find out on a later Gastlecast.
He shows up in full costume.
Things will get crazy. Oh my God! If he came up, and,
I would cry.
If he hit me with a baseball bat, I'd be totally into it. So
I'd be okay with that. I would be able to marry him because you would be injured.
There you go.
Oh my God!
What?
Wow, morbid.
No. What?
So
off?
What is the big? So where are we going right now with $7 a pop? Where is the trajectory right now?
I wish I could tell you. It's at any given point, I've never been able to predict where it's going, because everything we've done has. I mean, I'm jinxing myself here, but everything we've done has been successful.
Sure.
There have been actually we did a mystery box that I think was a miss, but besides that,
I don't think it was a miss. I think you just happened to see some bad feedback from people who were butthurt. And I think I think if you did a couple mystery boxes, I think you could get. I think that could be a cool thing. Personally, I'm just saying.
I don't like disappointing collectors. So the fact that we had complaints because due to what folks got in their box, either we didn't set their expectations correctly, or I don't think they were being unreasonable. I don't like disappointing people. So,
right.
I understand that, but people need to keep in mind that in order to get a top dollar pop, they might get a pop that's worth $10 less than what they paid,
right?
But they have that chance, so they would be over the moon if they spent $20 on a pop that was worth $100.
Right. And I get that, and you get that. Yeah. But not everybody gets
right.
it.
It's hard.
We're talking about a broader community here.
Maybe saying it was a miss isn't the right way to put it. It left kind of a bad taste in my mouth.
Listen,
you want people to be happy.
If it bums you out, then why do it? Right. You're doing the right thing by not doing it, and we're sitting here telling you, "Oh, we love it, it's so great. Why aren't you doing it? You're so stupid." But
boxes are fun.
The mystery boxes are fun, and if you know what you're doing and you know what you're getting yourself involved in, then it's totally cool, right? But not everybody knows that, and that's the unfortunate part of it.
And I'm actually a gambler by nature. I don't think I told you this. I played poker for a living for about 7 years.
That's awesome.
That was my only source of income.
What?
Wow.
I was a poker player.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Funny story. Her father is really big into poker.
Really?
Her father goes and plays all the time.
Yeah. Every weekend.
At the local casino. Mm-hmm. He is so into poker. That's like his thing. Mm-hmm. That'd be an interesting conversation to see you and him talk. Yeah.
He's very modest though. If he's losing, he's like, okay, see you later.
Yeah, but he loves it. I mean, he absolutely loves it. And I think the passion is what, for him at least, is the passion.
It was for me too after a while, but once it became
Were you on TV?
My source of income, I did not make it on TV. No.
Okay, interesting.
But I did place high in a few tournaments.
That's awesome.
did well for a little while.
Good for you. That's cool.
It was fun. Look, it was fun while it lasted. The government outlawed online poker, which kind of
Yes.
and we didn't have casinos here in Maryland at the
Sure.
time. It was either like move to Atlantic City or Vegas and keep going, or just
Sure.
go on with my life. So that's what I decided.
So at $7 a pop, are we talking? Are we going to start growing? What are we doing over $7 a pop? Are we growing out? Are we going to do more than Funko? Are we going to stick just to Funko? Or are we going to go outside of the box and think about all these like kid robots and all this type of stuff?
That's a great question, and I've explored all of those, and I've explored even us trying our own line of toys.
Your own line of toys?
Which I realized that I'm not good at designing toys, so we
oh my god!
scrapped that.
Oh my god!
But I like to leave no stone unturned. But right now, I think hitching our wagon to Funko is the way to go because
got a following already.
Yeah, they're killing it. They're I mean, and I think this year they're gonna have an incredible year. Just as a company, just in everything that they're doing. They bought the board game company. They bought the animation company. I think they're really setting themselves up to really.
Can I tell you that there's a Funko champion here with us right now?
A what?
A Funko champion. He's a champion upon the Funko community. A champion. He actually was at Fun Days last summer at San Diego Comic-Con. Cletus Selden is here right now in the chat section. Cletus Selden's here. He was actually on stage on the live feed for the Fun Days. He was up there. He's a boxer.
Right.
He was on the he was on the Funko film. He's actually here in the comment section right now.
Hey, Cletus.
We did a interview similar to this one over Skype. Awesome guy. Love talking to him. But seeing him,
he's got the Chase emblem on his.
You got it. Right? That's him. Yeah, that's him. We had a fantastic time interviewing him. Really good guy. I would like to eventually work into doing some podcasting with him. Because he's a fun guy to talk to. Really fun guy to talk to.
He's hilarious.
Very similar to you. I'm enjoying talking to you. We do a lot of these interviews and things, and sometimes you have folks that are fun to talk to, and they're easy to talk to. Then you have some folks that you're like have to talk a little bit more, right? And you just happen to fall in a category that's easy to talk to you. Oh. And you have a lot to say, and I like that. I think that's great.
I've never been told that I have a lot to say.
No, you listen. You've talked almost the whole time we've been sitting here talking. Other than when I asked the question, in 400 years, how would you prove that you're from the future?
You said 4,000 years.
400 years. Yeah, 400 years. Either way, it doesn't matter because I don't know what I would do.
I have some questions.
We have questions.
Yeah.
Very good.
Phone,
sure, absolutely, you can have your phone. Here, hold on. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have some.
Tell me what you want. What you really want. Okay.
Some from one of our viewers. She actually can't watch right now because she's visiting family, but she wanted to ask if you at $7 a pop ship to APO addresses.
Yes.
Does shipping cost extra for that?
No.
Do protectors come with the protectors come with shipping? Does that apply to APO?
That is a good question. It depends on the bundle size. Anything up to 100 pack, it is included. The 200 pack and higher, I don't think we can ship to an APO, but I would have to double check that.
Okay, cool.
We'll get back to you.
I'll let her know.
Okay, was that all your questions?
Up to 100 pack, shipping would be included in the price.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is that dependent on where? You would probably let them know ahead of time, right?
Basically, we plug it into our shipping system, and
Okay.
it spits out, how much it costs or whether it's possible. So,
okay. So if there were an issue, you'd be like, "Hey, I can't do this.
Yeah,
Sorry."
Absolutely.
Cool. And then we had a couple comments.
Let me just say something really quick. Cletus Selden has let us know that he is now engaged.
He is.
He is.
Congratulations.
So where's my applause button? Here we go. Congratulations, Cletus Selden. You're now part of the. You're now a part of the team.
Welcome to Thunderdome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Aww. Congratulations, man. That is so sick. Yeah, that's cool. Heather and I have been there for over a year now.
Yeah, it's been almost a year and a half. My best advice to you, Cletus, even though you didn't ask, is help her when she needs help because Chris has done nothing. He does not have his suit, and tomorrow marks 30 days out. So, help. Please.
Oh my God! I just got stabbed in the back like 4 times.
No, I patted wanted you.
Thank God I'm still alive.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't think I'd make it out, but guess what? I'm still here.
At the Men's Warehouse.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. The men's wear. I'm gonna have
I'm
pads.
gonna lose my mind. I mean,
my suit jacket is coming with pads.
I
It's gonna
figured
be awesome.
out the menu. I figured out the flowers. I took all of my You didn't go dress shopping with me. He keeps talking about me going suit shopping with him. What's it
Shoot
matter?
shopping? What's shoot
Yeah,
shopping?
shoot shopping.
Yeah, it's
What the heck's
Shopping
it
for
matter?
shoots?
Anyway, so back to the questions.
Okay.
Mark was wondering, do you know Jimmy's Chicken Shack, or are you a fan of Jimmy's Chicken Shack?
I don't know them.
Okay.
I will say I like some of their music.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not a huge super fan though.
I
Not
remember
a super
them.
fan.
The last time I saw the lead singer of Jimmy's Chicken Shack, which is Jimmy Haha. He was down at the Metro Gallery in Annapolis, and he was the DJ down there. And then I think shortly after that, he went and played a live show somewhere. But I remember they had a song back when I was in high school that was on MTV,
Yep.
and they propelled
Oh yeah, they were crushing it for a while.
for a while, and then they kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. But they were fun.
Speaking of local bands, I do know the lead singer of Jaw Works.
Ah.
Best reggae band in America.
Jaw Works.
Yes,
I've
they're-
never heard of them.
they're
Should I look them up?
They're a local reggae band. Yeah, absolutely. You can get their stuff on iTunes.
Will do.
Yeah.
So how are you in tune with them?
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. Cletus said he's engaged to the Gastlecast.
Oh, I thought he said I'm engaged to Gastlecast.
Well,
Awkward.
Well, no, it's not awkward. I thought he said I'm engaged too. Like, I thought
sorry,
he meant to.
Cletus's girlfriend. You guys are not engaged.
Did he say he's not?
Yeah, he said,
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he's
Welp.
joking. Okay, so the band
Yes.
Jaw Works.
Yes. Oh, Jaw Works. Great band.
Sorry.
They're a local reggae band. I got hooked up with them. A friend of the lead singer.
Do you know Fake
what's
Flower? Or was it Fake Flowers, Fake Dirt, or something like that? Do you know them?
What?
So I think they're tied in. Yeah, remember Dave, our friend Dave? He was a part of the band, and they kind of like work with a bunch of reggae bands and stuff like that, as far as I remember.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I don't get out to as
So you're a
much.
reggae guy.
No, I mean I like everything.
Okay.
A little bit of everything.
Okay, interesting.
But their lead singer actually, Scotty P, gave my son a couple guitar lessons.
Oh, awesome!
Cool.
That is really cool. So your son's into guitar?
No.
Oh, he's not at all. Okay, I was gonna say my son's into guitar right now.
I bought him a guitar for Christmas, and it was like, all right, let's see,
That was your hope.
let's see if this works.
Yeah, that was his hope.
Right.
Yeah. I bought
but,
a guitar once.
Yeah, he
Is that how the story
picked it up a
ends?
few
Yeah,
times, but it
that's
didn't,
the end.
didn't work out.
He wasn't into it.
No.
No, not into it at all.
So, he plays the viola though in
that's
in his
cool.
school.
Good for
science
him.
class, yeah.
That's awesome.
That is really cool.
So, do you collect anything outside of Funko Pops,
Okay.
or do you have something else that you're into?
I like I like stuff, but I don't like stuff accumulating in my house. Actually, my wife has trained me to not let stuff accumulate in the house.
Interesting.
So,
I'm uncontrollable.
well, I used to be uncontrollable, and I guess she trained me properly. I don't know. It's marriage. You'll
I'll learn that soon enough.
understand.
Oh, no, he won't. I
You'll-
cannot tell him
Right.
anything.
You'll
Did you
understand in about
know
11 years.
that Chris quit smoking at New Year's? And what was he doing outside?
I smoke a couple every once in a while. Take it easy over there.
He quit.
Hey, look at this.
I can't tell Chris anything.
What a wild animal. You see that? She comes and attacks me like this. You see this?
Look, if it was up to me, I would have every G.I. Joe figure from the 80s, Transformer, GoBot. I would have all this crap. So
Transformer. If you had all the Transformers, that'd be friggin' amazing, wouldn't it? Did you have a lot of that
I
growing
wouldn't
up?
have any money.
Well, yeah, right?
I would just have
Did you have a lot of this growing up, though?
Star Wars figure? Yes.
You did?
He'd live in
I
a
was-
shipping
yeah,
container.
I was a collector. I had GI Joe. I mean, I took them out of the box, but I was more of an accumulator instead of like actually playing with them.
Sure.
I would set them up and
You were a collector.
just look at them. Yeah.
So what ended up happening to all of your old stuff? Did you end up over time get rid of
It
it?
was like through the rough times in college, and I would sell them to.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did you have boxes?
I had a handle on eBay at like really in their infancy. I knew how to go on there and sell stuff while I was in college.
That's
And we're talking
cool.
like 95, 96.
Huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
What is your so right now? What is your most expensive pop that you own personally? What is the one that you have?
It might be this 3-pack. I don't
really. So what is that at?
I don't know. I haven't checked it in a while.
Okay, it's not in. Is it in the thousands maybe?
No.
No.
300 or 400 maybe.
Wow. Okay.
I have Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura! Oh my God, that's awesome.
I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan.
That's cool.
He's gotten a little wacky. And
I have never seen this in person before. Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
That's amazing.
That is so cool. Who would have been silly enough not to buy this when it first originally came out?
You?
I know, right?
Did you buy
If
one?
I was collecting pops...
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. I mean, this was 2013.
Yeah, that was before I started collecting. Like by 2 years.
I mean, I've offered my wife the headless Ned Stark. She didn't want to take it. She didn't feel she didn't feel comfortable having something that expensive in the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, that was nice that you offered it.
Right, but she's like, it's $2,000, just sell it.
So you have no fascination with collecting anything now. It isn't like, I want. You're at 220 with those.
I want.
Wow.
With what?
The Phenomena.
That's it, really?
220.
That's what it says. I don't think that's real because it's a
That's
really
on the
awesome
Funko app,
looking
by the way.
piece.
That's the Funko app.
I'll buy all of them out there for $220. Every single one.
That's gotta be fake.
Fake news.
Everybody listening, if you have the Snoths and Phenomena for $220, I'm a buyer.
Yeah, I'm your guy.
But
nothing's caught your eye. I mean, you don't see anything out there, and you're like, "Wow, I really would like to start collecting this stuff."
I've tried to. I've spent so long repressing the urge to do it. But if I did do it, I would go back and buy the stuff from the '80s that I collected as a kid, and I would buy it still in the package.
He-Man's fall in that category.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jason recently bought a whole collection from somebody, He-Man.
Original He-Man?
He got Eternia. And it came with the box, but it wasn't in the box. It was a flattened box. Mm-hmm. But I always go back to this. I know I probably said this 100 times on here, but the box art back then, absolutely impressive.
Actually, that's something that I kind of wanted to talk about. And a lot of the new Funko collectors don't understand why the box or the sticker or the packaging or any of that matters. Like, oh, you're paying an extra $20 for a box.
Sure.
It's not that. What it is the feeling of, or at least for me, first of all, I don't think anybody should tell anybody else how to collect or what they should like. I think everybody should collect how they want, whatever makes you happy. If you have a pop, you want to dip it in marshmallow fluff and roll it around in sprinkles, and that makes you happy, go for it.
That would make me happy.
That is way off the top of your head, but that's awesome.
Right.
Just the marshmallow.
All right, sure. Why not?
So
I'm on board.
Everybody should be free to collect how they want and not be judged.
Sure.
So I see a lot of this stuff in the Facebook groups. Oh, it's just a sticker. You're just paying extra for a sticker, and it's not that. What it is the feeling of, at least for me, when I went to the toy store, when my mom took me to Toys R Us, and we would see the Transformer on the shelf, that little bit of excitement right there, that's what the package means to me.
Sure.
Because you see, that's the first time you see the thing. It's in the package.
Right.
So that's what's ingrained in my mind, when I think of these toys. And that's why the packaging is so meaningful to a lot of people. And other people don't get that, and I understand that. If you're an out-of-box collector, more power to you.
Right.
But this gives them a little insight as to why the box matters. And then you get into the stickers, and it's going to a specific Comic-Con or the Star Wars celebration or whatever. And so there should be a premium placed on that based on not only rarity.
Sure.
I mean, that's also a factor, but the feeling of going to the con and getting this, waiting in line and getting the stuff.
Absolutely.
And,
the hunt or the chase, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's. For me, it's that feeling of nostalgia of seeing the thing the first time. Right.
Absolutely. I can completely agree. My collecting of Funko Pop started because I loved the Marvel films so much that I wanted to collect something that was attached to the Marvel films. And Guardians of the Galaxy was about to come out, so I bought all the Guardians of the Galaxy Funko Pops. And that's what got me propelled and started into all of that. And the same thing practically happened with your wife.
Right.
I'm assuming she liked The Hobbit, and she went out and purchased that and all that. Right. And now, it's funny because at one point in time, it was like, I remember, like, just looking at Grails, like, and Grails in my head, like Red Skull and Loki from 2012, the Avengers film. Those were like Grails to me, and I want to go out. One day I'll own these, but I'm not so like into that anymore.
Right.
I'm not really sold there anymore because we have so many that are coming out, especially with Marvel 10 years. They were giving us a lot of like the, like old stuff. Like I think they made, was it a Nick Fury? Did they make that Nick Fury? Did they not make that? Where it was the Nick Fury and they made it like a chrome? Did they end up going that way? Or no, it was Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. But they were going to make a Nick Fury Chrome Pop for the Marvel 10 years. And I thought to myself, if they actually make this is great for the collector. The person who doesn't want to spend all the money on the Avengers
on the
Nick Fury,
one, right.
they can get themselves a Chrome one, which isn't the same thing, but it's something close enough to it. And that's kind of where I've gotten myself now. It's just fun to go out and pick up some of these Funko Pops. But your webpage is definitely one that I would go to and check out. If there's something on there that I know that I'd never picked up, or something that is in my price range that is Grail for me, right? Yeah, there is one out there that I've been looking for a long time. Every time I go to a show, I'm looking for it. I wonder if you know about it, have it, or what.
I'm sure we've had it at some point.
It's a black and white Loki with long hair. He's holding daggers and stuff. It's from Dark World, Thor the Dark World. And he was an exclusive to, I can't remember who it was now. I think it was a red sticker on there. But
it was probably a Gemini.
A Gemini. Yeah, it was Gemini. It was Gemini, black and white Loki from Thor Dark World. Yeah, that was one. Anytime I go to a show, I don't want to buy it on eBay. I don't want to buy it on Mercari. But if I'm out at a show, I'd love to pick it up. I did the same thing with the spacesuit Iron Man from Iron Man 3.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Really cool one. Absolutely. So, no, you go ahead.
Gemini.
Is it?
Yeah, Gemini.
What's the PPG on it?
70.
Yeah. Is he 70? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's up there now.
I'm pretty sure we've had that one.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Fugitive.
Fugitive. Okay.
Yeah, I mean we've had everything, almost everything. Cross my desk at some point in collections
I bet.
We've bought.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, at this point, we bought over 200 collections. So
200 collections in 2
crazy.
years. In 2 years, 200 collections.
The way I look at it is that we're basically like renting them because I actually I like unboxing the collections and I like looking at the pops and I like deciding which ones I like and which ones I don't like. So that that's still even though I'm not necessarily putting them all in my collection, I do like handling them and seeing them and Do you ever find one in there that you're just like, I want this one? Oh yeah, all the time.
And you take it out?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. But in other words, all of the pops that you own, there is a price.
Yes.
Right? Because there isn't one that because I asked you that question before, is there one that you could not get rid of? But you pretty much have a price on anything.
Well, yeah, and I think everybody has a price on everything. You see. I'm going to try to handle this carefully, but
here we go.
You see a lot of comments in the groups and everywhere saying I collect because I love pops. It's not about the money.
Right.
I would never sell this pop. That's not necessarily true. We all need money to live.
Right.
Yes.
We need money to survive.
Sure.
If you have a pop that overnight for whatever reason goes from $20 to $5,000, you can't tell me that you're probably not selling it.
Oh, I'm done. That's it.
So it's just for most people it's just a matter of what that amount is.
Right.
Right.
Right. If they meet your price.
Right.
But,
So I look at things very pragmatically. I personally like the fact that you can associate a numeric dollar value with any particular collectible. This is worth this, or this is worth about this. And I like being able to do that because, you can sell something and buy something you want for that money that you just sold it for. You can buy something else.
Sure.
So, all of these things have a value.
Right.
And to say that you don't care what the value is, I think it's
that's silly.
I think it's disingenuous because, deep down, everybody wants to brag and say I have this toy that's worth $200.
Is it fair to say that the most Funko Pop collectors that you find on the interwebs, they're mostly braggers? You find braggarts throughout all of the groups that we're a part of.
Well, yeah. I mean,
no, I'm not. And I'm not saying that in a negative way.
Yeah, no.
A lot of people like to say, "Hey, look what I have."
Yeah, look at my haul. It's
Sure.
absolutely sure.
That's what it's all about.
I love when people buy from us and then post it on Instagram and say, "Look what I got from $7."
Sure.
Not because of the marketing, just because I like the fact that they're happy that they got something.
The pop got home.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because you don't
home.
like to make people sad.
Yeah.
Right.
With mystery boxes.
Exactly.
Even though it's a gamble.
It all leads back to that mystery box.
That darn mystery
Don't
box.
want to make you sad about this.
We do have a question, and I think
Okay.
it's a pretty good question. How do you guys handle bots? Do you try to combat them? What do you do?
That's a really good question, and that's been the
Hard.
You have a
Oh,
bot
because
problem on your hands.
With
it's a
Funko. Funko does
well,
anything.
Yeah.
Funko.
I mean, it's honestly for any of us, it's a nightmare because people are creating these new bot programs every day to get pops, sneakers, whatever. Right now, we have a system in place that sniffs some of it out. I'm not going to sit here and say we get 100% of them or even really close, but we do get a decent amount of them.
You have a defense system.
We have a defense system. So we can't catch it before they place the order, but we can catch it after they place the order.
Ah.
So just today we had to drop 370 pops. We caught 2 bots.
Wow.
So we canceled those orders. Those pops are going, back into the system, and they'll be released on this Sunday's drop.
That's how it happens.
So yeah, so we do, we are diligent about trying to keep that off the site.
Well, hold on. Let's clear that up for a second. Pops that are purchased by bots aren't immediately put back on the market that same day.
Correct.
They're then put on the next
Correct.
release. Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
We are currently working with a top cybersecurity firm to come up with a specific suite of software that will keep bots from being able to either add something to the cart or make a purchase. So
That's awesome.
I'm hoping that this is the
End all be all.
Yeah, I mean that would be ideal, but it's always going to.
You're never going to have an end all be all.
I mean, you have geniuses, you have coding geniuses who are building these programs
To buy toys.
Right.
Isn't that impressive?
Right.
They go all the way out of their way.
It's insane.
It makes you wonder how much they're paying to do this, or how much time they're putting in. Because time is money, right? So how much time are they putting in to make these bots to do this?
Well, what they're doing now is they're selling spots. They're basically saying, okay, so I have this bot. They have these secret chat rooms. I have this bot. We're gonna go on $7 a pop. What do you guys want? It's gonna cost you $5 or $10.
Oh, I see.
Extra. So they're making a couple $100.
Sure.
To basically take orders from people and say.
How do they know what you're going to put on?
Yeah, because we put a preview pick up.
You do put a preview up.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a preview pick that includes everything.
That includes it includes
The higher end?
Yeah, it's a lot of the higher end stuff.
Why? Is it just to get people amped up?
Yeah, I mean it's advertising, it's eye candy, it's marketing, but it's also letting people know what to expect. So if your Loki Fugitive Black and White exclusive is coming up, you'll see it on the preview pick.
Gotcha.
So you'll know to be there at 3 p.m. on Wednesday.
How soon do you put this up? Like, in other words, when do you post it, and how soon is the sale?
We'll post it the morning of. So usually by noon we'll have the preview pick up.
For a 3 o'clock release?
Wednesday it's 3 o'clock.
Okay. Take notes, everybody.
Sunday it's 9 o'clock.
So 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Sunday.
Eastern time.
9 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday is a $7 a pop drop. And then on Wednesday, it's 3 p.m.
Right.
Eastern time.
Right.
Your drop.
Yes.
Interesting. And every time you're dropping at least 300?
Wednesday is usually 350 to 450
Okay.
pops. Sunday is usually 600 to 1,000 pops.
Man.
Another spoiler alert, this Sunday we're having a mega. We call it a mega. We do 1,000 pops. So we're doing 1,000 pops this Sunday.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. They're dropping 1,000 pops on Sunday. Wow.
Yeah.
At 9 p.m.
Yep.
Wow.
So
how far in advance do you know what you're going to drop?
we know.
I mean, you're planning this all out.
It's about 3 days in advance that we take the preview pick.
Wow.
That we set everything up, take the preview pick, and then that's what goes into the system.
Wow. That's a lot of work.
It's a lot. I mean, if you think about, selling on eBay, it's making 1,000 individual listings. I mean, that's.
Oh my God, yeah. So this is the best route to go for you. Is this website, put it all at one time, boom, there you go.
I mean, it's been fun for people. It's been frustrating but fun. It's basically a race to checkout.
Frustrating anytime you order a Funko Pop. Pretty much.
It's like when Funko has their
the Funko Shop drop.
Right, exactly.
Do you go on Funko Shop drops and try to grab anything on there?
No. So I have a firm policy. We don't raid any of the retailers. We don't raid any of the cons.
Awesome.
We leave all that stuff for collectors.
Speak my language.
We do not want to steal that stuff out of the hands of collectors.
Fantastic.
Just to make a few bucks.
Wow. You know what this sounds like to me, Heather?
What?
We hunt together. You're helping out the regular collectors.
Well, here's the thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
So my philosophy is that if you take all the fun out of collecting,
sure,
people lose interest, the hobby dies. If people can't go out and hunt and get the stuff that they want because companies like mine or whoever are buying up all the stock, it takes the fun out of it.
Sure.
You're constantly disappointed, and why continue with this? So
you got the right mindset.
So we got to keep people in the hobby. That's take care of the hobby, take care of the collectors.
Absolutely.
Foremost.
You got the right mindset running this whole thing. Got a lot going on over there.
Yeah.
The $7 a pop thing is really an awesome situation. I love everything that you've been saying tonight. I love the big drops. I love going through all the miscellaneous pages that when you do this drop, I'm like looking at all the different things. I honestly,
it disappears so fast. It's crazy.
Honestly, I don't really even pay attention to the picture, but I will see that you had all the different pops that are coming up, and not necessarily that I want them. It's just interesting to see what you're putting up. Right? That's like kind of the part of the fun of it all. If you do see a black and white Loki,
I will. I'll
ring a ding ding. You know what I mean?
Well, I also have a firm policy of not selling anything outside of the site. So
good for you.
We're friends and all, but if you want it, you gotta.
I like that even better. I don't need.
You gotta be there at 8:59 and hit refresh.
I do not want the upper hand on anybody. I want it to be as fair as possible.
It has to. I mean, our goal is to keep an even playing field for everybody.
I love that. I think that's great.
No side deals. There's nothing shady going on. We don't mess with boxes. We don't sticker swap. We don't do any of that.
Dude, you were speaking my language. I'm telling you right now, and you're speaking their language too. You're saying all the right things. There's a lot of people there, and they are saying there's a lot of things happening in there right now. Do you see any more questions that popped up for our pal Lee here?
None for him.
None for me?
Well, your mom is wondering when we're getting videos up of things that were gifts.
Oh.
And I told her that when we have time,
is she on the chat right now?
Yeah.
Oh, my mother's here. Welcome, Mom.
Yeah,
There's my mother.
We have been.
I think my mom's watching too. By
really? Oh, it's a whole mom collective that's happening on here. Look, our sons. Look how far they've come. All they do is talk about toys.
They're in a basement surrounded by toys.
Look how far they come. They're so amazing. Look at them. No, but Mom, we're going to make videos of all the things that you're talking about very soon.
Yeah, they all get their own videos.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Oh, okay.
Can I have a moment?
You're going to talk more?
No, I just want to explain something.
Talk more.
So we've been very busy with all of our lives that we've been doing, that we haven't been able to record a whole lot of content. So most of the content you're going to see, this is for everybody. It's not just for Mom, even though I love my mom. Did I ever tell you that? You know that? Did I ever tell you that? Well, I love my mother. She's awesome. Oh, my God.
She is wonderful.
She's an amazing woman. Hold back tears. We will post up videos of the things that you're referring to very, very soon. My mother and father gave Heather a really cool gift.
Yes.
For her birthday.
Yes. And I've been begging him to make a video for it, but he had to get the Captain Marvel video out.
We got to go whole thing going.
And then we had to go live at the MACC. And it's like there's
busyness going on over here.
It's so busy. It's driving me crazy because I just wish there were more time in the day so we could show that off.
Right.
And we
do the thing, get it up. Do it.
We can buy your suit.
I hear that all the time. Get it up. I hear that all the time.
Your mother's here. Stop talking dirty.
What? Oh, sorry.
So we can make our pops for our cake.
Yes.
And we
You
can
know,
do
the other
everything
day
we
you
wanna
said
do.
we're not making pops for the cake. You just told me that.
Yeah.
We're doing customs for our for our
Yes.
cake, for the wedding cake.
But I've been saying, hey, we really need to get started on this since before Christmas. And we have the DIY pops and the clay, but that's it. We haven't even opened the package.
Giggity. We have to work on that. We'll get there. We
will.
Just throw an Iron Man and a Wonder Woman on there.
Boom, done. Finished.
Yeah.
Just we have little heads that are from other characters that look like us. So we just throw the heads on there.
No, we're not.
I know.
When
Here we
him
go.
and I got engaged, I said, you know what? We have to incorporate Funko. And he's like, oh my God, you're the coolest fiance ever. And I said, what are you pressing over there?
Nothing. Go ahead. Oh my. Go ahead.
So I said, okay, well, listen to this idea. And I told him the idea. I said, let's find a head that looks like you and one that looks like me. And we'll put them on all of our favorite characters as like duos for the tables. Mm-hmm. Got that out of the way. That's great. But we also had the idea of doing in our wedding outfits a pop of him and a pop of me. Completely from scratch. And he was like, that is the greatest idea ever. It's going to be so special. It's wonderful. And
It was my idea, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know if I was
And he won't get started. And he
I'll get
complains about
started.
it
Listen.
Every time I bring it up.
Listen, we'll get there.
But again,
I don't think you understand. We have Lee from $7 a pop down here, and you're talking about our wedding cake, and the pops is going to go on top of it. You're ruining all of this.
That goes back to not having enough time in the day.
We'll have enough time in the day. It'll all work
hope
out.
so.
Believe me, it'll all work
I
out.
hope so.
It'll be a beautiful day.
I'm familiar with that phenomenon of not having
Not having enough time in the day.
You know,
because
with
$7
your
a pop is constantly churning and burning.
4,000 pops in backstock.
Yes.
I understand where you're coming
Buried
from.
in pops. Yes.
So the rest of your notes that you have here, anything else that you want to throw out there and let us know about?
I think we covered everything.
So we covered that you sell pop protectors.
Yes.
It's very important. All different sizes. Go on the website to find out what sizes, right?
Yes.
Because we're not going to sit here and spout them all off right now. But they have 10-inch ones that I did not know you had. That's fantastic.
We have 10-inch 2-packs, 3-packs, Pez, cereal.
That's awesome.
Got it all. Cereal.
Yeah, we have cereal. Hey, people
That's hilarious.
Dude, that's awesome. Got it
You
all.
want to hear something hilarious?
The cereal tastes. I'm sorry. The cereal tastes awful. By the way.
I ate
does.
it. It tastes horrible.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
You know, the worst part
It's just the
about
worst.
us trying the cereal is we recorded a whole video when we unboxed the 12 Days of Christmas from this year, and the first this past Christmas.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
And
Gotta be accurate.
We ate the cereal, and after we recorded, he said, "Oh my God, our mics have been muted." So I had to eat the
I'm
cereal
not very technical,
again.
by the way. We had to eat
It
the cereal
was
again.
the worst day of my life.
It was horrible.
The worst
Everything
day of
about it
my
was
entire
horrible.
life. Yeah,
ate
it
like
was
three,
horrible.
I ate like 3 pieces of the Pennywise, and I was like, okay, this is garbage.
It
I can't eat
tasted
this.
like it tasted sort of okay at first, but it had like it wasn't good crunchy. It was like
Right.
styrofoam crunchy feel,
It's not good.
and it was
Not
like
good.
sour.
No, it was bad. All of it.
It had a very bad aftertaste.
Anyway, Mom's carrying on about how she's been in the chat the whole time. Thanks,
Yeah,
Mom, for
she's
being
really
here.
mad at you.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with her. Wait, hold on. Let me just.
I've been talking to her.
Let me take a moment. My mother, for whatever reason, thought she was in the chat for like the last 2 months, but was messaging us directly on Instagram. So she had no idea that she wasn't in the YouTube chat. So I taught her a thing or two, and now she's here. So that's the fantastic part of all this.
That's great.
She's finally
now
here.
It's awesome.
She can
So
now
that-
talk to the people. She's a part of the group.
No, she's talking to you and yelling at you for not noticing she was here. Way to go.
So let's sum all this up. We've been here. It's been a couple hours.
No, I wasn't firsed telling him my story.
I'm
been here a couple hours?
I am literally
Yeah.
gonna jump off
Really?
the roof of the house into I'm gonna jump off the roof of the house on the concrete. What is your story?
I posted a picture. I had gotten the Harry Potter Creature 3-pack from a mystery box like a year or two ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of my favorite pieces of my collection. And it came in a pop protector. I was like, oh my gosh, where'd they find a pop protector? This is great. And I actually posted a picture somewhere and someone asked, where did you get a pop protector for that? I just realized, like semi-recently, that it's the normal size pop protector just flipped on its side.
That's
Brilliant, Heather.
Well, I didn't know because I never once I unboxed them, I was like,
Then you realized it.
This is but
Brilliant.
it takes an idiot to not realize that it's a normal
Listen,
pop box.
I would never say
only
you're an idiot.
sideways.
I would never say that. Ever. Not even if there's a fire. It's your turn. Go ahead.
Staying out of this one. No,
that's okay.
No,
Listen, there's a cat fight that'll happen. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Dog and cat fight. So let's sum up with the evening here.
Okay.
We've been talking for a long time. Did you know that?
It doesn't feel like it's been that long, honestly.
So earlier in the night, you were so concerned you wouldn't have anything to say, and look at you.
Right.
Look at you, just carrying on.
He has 10 more
We're having a great
bullet
time.
points.
No, I
over
want
there.
him to do his 10 more bullet points. I'm waiting for you. Well, go ahead.
All right. A lot of people ask me, ask us, how we come up with values, and also, what we think will be valuable in the future.
Sure.
So I have a little bit of insight based on other areas of collectibles that I'm familiar with, cards, comics, whatever.
Sure.
Where I think I sort of see where this thing is headed in terms of value, and stuff that I feel is undervalued, and so I brought some more props.
Okay, let's see the props. Come on, let's do it.
I feel like Carrot Top.
That's okay.
Nobody knows who Carrot Top is.
Oh, I know who he is.
Right, so
he's weird now.
He's very muscular now.
He is very much.
He's huge.
So I think packaging is going to be the next thing people are going after. So this is the original Boba Fett.
Okay.
You can see the vinyl bobblehead in big letters.
Yes.
This is a really hard piece to find with this packaging, and most people don't know this. So if I were to put this on the site, we would have to go buy PPG, which is like $10 or whatever.
Right.
But this piece is actually, this should be significantly more. So if you're looking to, sock some stuff away, get these original Star Wars pieces and the original Marvel pieces with the big vinyl bobblehead. So
Okay.
So what Funko did is these are the first run of these, essentially. So the first run of anything is in other areas of collectibles is valuable. First run of coins, first run of comics, first run of cards. So I think the first run of Pops is people are going to sort of circle back and realize that it's really hard to find these in this packaging.
Yeah.
So these are going to be highly sought after, you think?
So when they started selling these in other countries, they started putting multiple languages down here.
Okay.
So
Cool.
So this is kind of
interesting. So those are two that you.
So this is a 2012. This is also a 2012. You can tell by the date stamp.
So you think they're gonna go somewhere in terms of value?
I think once PPG delineates between this and just the Iron Man that you can get in the store now, I think you're going to see a spike in value for this stuff.
Interesting.
Very
Okay.
interesting.
I also think that, and again, we're going back to buying stickers, but so this is a fairly common piece. This is the Chopper in
Star Wars Celebration.
This is the Star Wars Celebration sticker.
Cool.
I can't tell you how many of this pop I've had in stock, but with the Galactic Convention sticker.
Yes.
It's been we've probably had two to 300.
I had that when it was a Hot Topic
Right.
release.
Right. This is probably only the second or third of the Celebration sticker that I've had.
Really?
Just going by rarity alone, it would stand to reason that these would command a premium.
Sure.
The problem is that people are faking stickers. So
Yes. Big time.
you kind of have to combat that if you're gonna say these are valuable. Well, how do you know it's not a fake sticker? I don't know how to do that.
You got to know what to look for.
Right.
So that funny story, I was at that con,
Were you really?
Celebration 2017, and I did not win the lotto.
They had a lot of good pieces in that.
And when I was in line, I went to go in line. The line started at 7 a.m., and the people had filled up the line so much. By 11 a.m., the line was full.
No way.
I walked over at 11 a.m. and they said, "We're sorry, you can't stand." Because what happens is, for those who don't know, in the lotteries, all the lottery people go first, and then they create a line. And there's a certain time during the day, I think it's like 2 or 3, they allow the normal non-lotto winners to go through and buy what they want. Well, I decided not to stand in any lines. In fact, I sent Heather to go pick me up a Luke Skywalker with the cloak on from Return of the Jedi. She found that at GameStop for me while I was at Celebration. I couldn't actually go up and buy it.
Right.
She bought it at GameStop for me. How ridiculous is that?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the nature.
That's just the way it goes. Right. Just the way it goes.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that's sort of like people are going to circle back to the original packaging. I think the old Funko stuff, like the stuff that Jason
Swoboda?
has.
Swoboda. Yep.
Swoboda.
Uh-huh.
The stuff that he has is, I mean, his house is a museum of Funko.
What a good
crazy.
man.
But I mean, that you know, you look on PPG and there's not really any sales data for that kind of stuff.
You need to come over.
Because it's not there.
You need to come over with us and go and see this place, man, and go see this museum that he's got going on. It's incredible. He brought pictures with him when we did an interview, and it's you can't.
Just the old wobblers.
It's just insane. It's insane.
And all that stuff. I mean, you can't find that stuff.
And what a good guy.
Right.
You know, he decided that he was going to back the whole Fanatics Stay Out thing. I think he was very close to a stroke or heart attack after all that was planned and said and done. It literally just drove him absolutely nuts. But what an awesome show he put on. You had mentioned earlier when we had a conversation that you were actually going to go to that.
I was going to go. I had something come up with my son, and I couldn't make it. But this year, definitely. You
need to go. So the next one is actually going to be next year. It should be next year.
Tentative.
Tentative. He's trying. There's like some talks, but who knows what's going to happen.
Right.
We don't know what's going to happen yet. But if you have the chance to go, whatever year it's going to be,
yes,
highly suggest it. And I highly suggest you sit at our table with us and hang out with us if we're there. So we should all be there together. We sit at a table together.
We would have so much fun.
Oh my God. We dressed up like Negan last time. It was crazy.
Did you really?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We won a costume contest. Did we win that?
No, I'm not dressing up.
No, we didn't win the costume contest, but we did okay.
Consolation
We got
prize.
prizes for it. Yeah, we got prizes for it. It was
I
a lot of
got
fun.
a Wicked Witch Wacky Wobbler that Chris hates me for, but I loved it. I fell in love with
I
it.
like the old Wacky Wobblers. I think they're cool.
Wobblers
She's
are cool.
really neat.
Yeah.
I think I want to say she's a 2012 SDCC exclusive, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But the box is like the glue was so old, it basically just like came apart. But Chris was like, "Why do you have
It
this?"
literally
thing? I'm like,
fell
"This
apart
is-
when we left. I swear. We were walking around the tables with our bags, and she pulled it out, and I swear the box just went... It went... And it just fell on the floor.
That is one of my absolute favorite pieces of
Good
my
for you.
collection.
I'm glad. Hey,
I
listen,
love
I'm glad.
it.
I'm not mad at you for it. I'm
Absolutely.
glad.
But
You should have
Chris
seen
is
the
like-
stuff on the table they
Yeah.
were offering, though.
Chris was like, "There's protos."
Let me explain-
You could've
let me-
gotten the
Yeah,
protos.
Let me
and blah, blah,
explain
blah.
something.
I'm like,
So a lot
look
of
at that.
collectors brought their own stash of stuff to give away. And if you were able to go to the table, you could pick what you wanted off the table. I'm talking protos. I'm talking old school SDCC stuff. I mean, they had across the board, they had a ton of stuff. And she went up there and grabbed that, which is fine. But they had so much to offer. But it's what she wanted. You know, that's just how it goes.
yeah, it's really special. It's
It was
one of my
very special,
favorites.
and it was really special.
A token of going to Fanatics Day Out, and also one of my favorite movies.
That's awesome.
The Wizard
Highly
of Oz.
suggest you go. You definitely need to go.
They had fajitas and chocolate cake.
I like both of those things.
Me too.
I'm sold. So any final words about $7 a pop that you like to talk about? We talked about a lot of
I
things.
think we covered all of it.
We covered a lot of stuff.
I just want to say thank you to all of our customers and everybody who's supported us for 2+ years, and you know
That's awesome.
we want to keep it going, and we appreciate everybody.
We appreciate you. And we're customers, and so we appreciate you. There's one little factoid you left out,
What?
and I'm going to bring it up to you right now. I'm going to let you know. You have a YouTube channel coming.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
That's okay. That's why I'm here.
Well, we are we're gonna be doing our own YouTube channel. The first video is gonna be a tour of our warehouse in Catonsville.
Awesome.
Little peek behind the curtain,
Yes.
so everybody can see what's going on back there.
You
So-
know what people are going to do? They're going to say, "Oh, when's that going to be released on the website?" "Oh, I see that back there. What's he doing? How can I get that?"
Right.
And that's perfect for it to just show up randomly.
Right.
Heck yeah.
Batman in the background. When's that?
When's
going?
that?
So, right.
When's that happening?
Yeah. So we're.
Oh,
looking
I'm
forward-
excited.
We're looking forward to creating our own videos, and hopefully they can be useful for old and new collectors.
Awesome. And
That's
your
awesome.
angle is going to be showing off some of the things you have in your collection back there. That's actually going to go on sale.
Yeah.
Some knowledgeable
there's
stuff.
going to be a lot of stuff going on. There's going to be a lot of like Pops 101 for new collectors. You know
Good.
what the stickers mean. There's going to be a lot of stuff about condition. There's going to be a lot of stuff about taking care of your Pops. Not just buying protectors, but how best to store your Pops without, getting corner tears and things like that. Also, unboxing collections. I think that would be fun to see.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Meeting members of our staff, even though they probably don't want to be on camera. I'm going to make them.
Any help that you need in the Facebook realm or editing or any of this nonsense, you know where to
I
go.
will definitely need some help.
You just contact me, or don't contact Heather. She doesn't do any of this.
Yeah,
I'm the one that
don't.
works on
I
it.
don't.
Contact me, and I got you all set up. We'll work it all out.
Done.
I'll help you out. But go to $7 a pop and follow them on Instagram
Yes.
at $7 a pop. Is there any underscores or anything? It's just at
the number $7 a pop.
at $7 a
spaces,
pop.
yep.
Go and follow them right away.
Immediately.
And look out for the YouTube. You'll probably talk about the YouTube on your Instagram. They'll follow you, find you there.
I mean, we're a couple weeks away probably from starting that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we will promote the absolute crap out of you.
Cool.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to aim for that.
Awesome.
Guys, if you have any questions, quickly put them down in the comments below. So, a couple things. I did want to talk about what do you what?
I'm going to the bathroom.
What do you mean you're going to the bathroom?
I thought we were closing this out.
Well, no, we're-
like my bladder.
Well, I have to go too, but what do you mean?
Listen, I'm like sharp pains all in my bladder.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's bad.
There's nothing good about that.
No.
Not good.
I'm closing it out though. So on Friday we will be back with Collecting with Corey. Collecting Corey is a good friend of the Gastlecast. He's a really funny guy, actually. He'll be on for another interview series with the Gastlecast. He's going to be on with us on Friday at 8 p.m., so make sure you look out for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. I was really looking forward to this. I'm really glad you came here.
Fun.
I'm glad you came here in person. We were able to sit down and talk and chat and everything. Too bad I couldn't wear my headphones, so I have no idea what the sound effects are. Who knows if they even heard the sound
sure
effects.
it's amazing.
Oh, man, I hope. And Cletus showed up, which is great. My mom?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's
So exciting.
a big cameo.
I don't know if on Sunday there's a book under there. Can I see that book? Do you see the book under there? I'm sorry. It's right here under there. Here we go. I got to see it. Is there anybody else on Sunday? Let's see. This is where we keep all of our names and all that, so I know what's going on. Let's see. Is there anything happening on Sunday? Corey. Okay, so nothing. So we'll be back on Sunday just like hanging out and chatting and doing our normal thing. It's not often lately that Heather and I just go on ourselves. Mm-hmm. Usually we do our song and dance. But we haven't done that in a while because we're so busy having a good time doing stuff like this.
No,
this is what we enjoy the most. Sitting down here, making videos, and then editing them. The outcome's awesome. It's working hard and trying to get that final edit completed to put out on YouTube. I was down here last night until midnight.
That's nuts.
Oh my God, nuts. I was losing it. I went upstairs, I was delirious. All I could see in my head was like my editing screen. I was losing my mind.
Well, beer helps.
Oh yeah, well, I didn't have any of that last night. I was down here. I had some caffeine in me. It was not good. So I'd mentioned Corey Collectibles would be on Friday. How was did you take a poop or? Did you poop on there? Or
No.
Oh, you didn't
I had
poop?
to
Okay.
pee.
Oh, you peed?
It was
No
like
poop.
the longest pee of my life. I told you I've been holding it a while.
Oh my God!
We've been on
I heard a really loud
almost 2.5
fart. I will
hours.
tell you that. It was. Oh my God! It sounded like a trombone. So we'll be back on Friday with Corey Collectibles, and then we'll be back on Sunday to hang out and talk to you guys and to talk about pops and toys and just beat the crap out of each other as usual, having a good time, right? And maybe we'll make that video of your collectible that you recently got from my parents.
Yeah.
And by the way,
excited.
this Saturday, it's our bachelorette party, baby. We're going to be out partying hardcore down at Twain's Tavern in Pasadena, Maryland. We'll be partying it up and having a good time. It'll be fun. Maybe they'll all show up. No, they're no.
Really pumped about this.
She's not really pumped. We're going to be down there. Wherever. By the way, Heather bought a really hot dress for it. Oh, my God. I melted in my chair last night. It was amazing.
I did.
You ever see
I had
the
to try
wolf?
it on with the shoes.
You ever see the wolf with the heart eyes that come out of his head?
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I'm not a cartoon character. But if I were, That would have been me. I would have been totally that wolf with the hard eyes. That would have been me. Okay, guys, thank you. And hey, can we get a shout out down here to all of you? Love you, Mom. Mom. Thank you for being here.
You know what she said?
She's a lovely person.
She said...
My mother's awesome. She's the mother of... what'd she say? She's the mother of the Gastlecast, which is tried and true.
Hold on. What did she say? She said something funny.
Christopher, I'm saying goodnight. Just saying. That's her way of getting out.
Earlier,
I don't know.
She said...
She said she's been in the house for a long time. She said a lot of things.
Hold on.
Thank you for teaching me how to do this.
No. Stop. Oh, Heather didn't forget me. She's the best.
Oh, we had to go back for that. Yes. Wasn't that great? Oh, Jonathan Cranford is here. Thank you, Jonathan Cranford, for being here. Maybe one of these days you can come on and talk to us for a little while. It'd be good to have you. Yes, I said it. It'd be good to have you. Smile World. They're a great place to go. Guys, 7bucksapop.com. Go out on Instagram at 7bucksapop. Go and see everything they have to offer. Big drop this Sunday. You're not going to miss that, right?
PM Eastern.
Mega. Don't want to miss that, guys. In the comment section, we're going to our outro. Leave a lot of either We Hunt Togethers or We 7
bucks a pop together.
Let's get a whole row of that.
So that's all I want to see.
We'll take a picture, post it on Instagram, and share it with the world. Yes, We Hunt Together. Guys, we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Where's that mouse? Man, Heather, you're ruining everything. What?